Okay. 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 Oh, okay, chat. Gather up. Gather up. Come on. Kind of. I know this is unexpected. Come on. All right. Let's go. All right. Let me just post all that crap. Okay. So we're gonna yell about it. All right. I'm just gonna post it on X. Look. So this ain't my typical stream, okay? Like this. Come on, like you guys know that, okay? But I will sit around, hang back, and watch that with you, so we can enjoy the news together, and maybe we can sort of go on the back of it tomorrow with the news, okay? Let me just post it on Twitter. Okay, let me just yeah. Okay. Posted. There you go. Yo, what's up, chat? I got it. I got it. Look, it's here. It's here. I'm straight. I'm not even like. I'm not even lying about it. Yeah, we're live. Just slowly. Don't worry. So we're just gonna hang back around. In the meantime, I'll set things up. Cause usually, look. So you know when the stream starts, okay? And there's like this countdown, 10, 15 minutes, and you always wonder, huh? What is the streamer doing actually? Like, what is happening between now and then that they actually need the countdown? Well, flash news, they're taking a shit. Yeah. I actually surveyed streamers, and that's confirmed. That's scientifically proven, okay? Now, you see, this time around, it's so sudden. I actually didn't expect to go live at all. But I finished editing lots of videos, and I felt like it. I felt like, you know what? I deserved an evening with the boys, covering good shit. So, well, like, we definitely gotta hop in and watch something together. Yeah. Hopefully about the game that we're all excited, huh? CSX Hobokun! Cock stubborn Treveco. What's up? You good? How you feeling today? My man, Jesus. Let me actually bring up the big dick chat, because I don't want to look at the Twitch manager. There you go. Nice, dude. We're all in. We're locked in. Excellent. By the way, this music isn't from the stream, okay? Just so you understand. I'm actually playing a great music from the best game in the world. Yeah. Yeah, of course. So I'll put that music on pause, obviously, when the stream starts. But for now, we're just gonna hand back, okay? Yeah. Where is we? What the fuck is with the chat? Come on. Hey, sorry, could not hear you. Was muted and wouldn't let me volume till Prime banner went away. Fucking Jeff Bezos. Yeah, blame him. Of course. That's all his fault, dude. Hey, don't worry. I just said, look. I literally just said, Cock stubborn Treveco, so good to see you. I absolutely appreciate popping in so quickly. I didn't expect anyone to just be like there on the call. But yeah, I'm positively surprised. Thank you so much for hanging around, dude. And now you're probably being attacked with ads. So I'm gonna have to repeat it for the third time. Which is great. Okay? Yapping is all we do, dude. 3 minutes. How's your week going, by the way, chat? We got a... What was the day today? Yeah, let me check. Oh, it's fucking... Oh, it's fucking Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday. Right, so not that far into the week, actually. Yeah, we talked... Last time we talked was Sunday. Yeah. Last time we talked was Sunday. We played some Final Fantasy, and I logged off earlier because I couldn't... no, it wasn't Final Fantasy. Wait, we played Elder Scrolls Online. And I logged off earlier because I just couldn't handle any more of that game. Yeah. And it's not that the game is bad. I'm just saying that I had too much of the lore that didn't make sense. So maybe in a way I'm saying the game... yeah, Yeah, yes, there's something in between the lines there, you know? Going okay, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, we've edited shitloads of videos, look. Gonna hop in. We're gonna hop in, we got 4 videos in the draft, okay? We're gonna put them out today, probably, all of them, at the same time. I don't give a fuck much. So yeah, we're gonna go for that. I do have 5 more videos queued up in video editing software, and we are then finally, dude, finally, after I don't know, like 6 months of doing it, on top of things, because all of those videos, they are like a backlog of streams that we've done in the past, like. Seriously, some of them, like, so this one is, for example, published on the 27th of March. We did that stream, like, at the beginning of March, or maybe mid-February even, you know? I was on the crazy backlog. Crazy. If you go to my shorts, I'm showing here, let me see. So this short, for example, right? Like, people don't play the game. Yeah. This is a short from Weekly Reset, the news segment that we have on Wednesdays morning, so tomorrow, from like 2 months ago. Yeah, it's crazy. Dude, volume of content that we are producing on this channel is just unbelievable. Yeah, bit busy, I see, of course. That's the way to go through life. Keep busy, stay busy, and reap the benefits. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let me double check the stream. 40 seconds. Shit. We better get ready. Okay. Pause the music. Chat. If there's any issue with the sound, you drop me in the line. Okay. Promise that. Pinky promise. Okay. Please. We gotta do it. So I don't know how long that is. That's going to be going for. And yeah, last stream was about 2 hours. But we're gonna sit here, enjoy, take toilet breaks, grab some snacks here and there. And overall, just spend the evening together, okay? Dick to dick. Like some kind of like, yeah, remote connection. Tip to tip. You get me? All right, 5. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh. There's no sound, by the way. No, that's not me, by the way. There's literally no sound. Okay. Oh, shit. What is this? Audio. Yeah, look. Look, people are typing in. Look. No, not me. Not me. Oi. Oh, okay. Let's look at her face. Oh, there we go. They know, dude. Okay, let them fix it up. It's fine. It's fine. It's she was in a flow and now she's out of it. It's fine, dude. Things like this happen. Things like this happen. Don't worry about it. It's just, you know, there's people on the other side of the screen. Totally fine. It's just weird because now CX Hubbo has to fill in the void. Come on, Hubbo, talk. Like you have to. You know what I'm saying? She's actually doing a great job, by the way.
Without hiccups.
Oh, got it.
Apologies for that, everyone. Again.
That's okay,
hello,
dude.
Welcome. Hi.
That's okay, dude.
Second Dune Awakening live stream here out of our Oslo offices. Again, hiccups happen. I'm still here. We are still here. I hope everyone is still watching. But anyway, we have
we quit after 10 seconds.
I hope you are well hydrated and you're sitting comfortably.
How is the sound, guys?
We go over the segment.
You want it louder?
Coming up. Some information for those of you who might have missed it. We have moved the release date for Dune Awakening from the 20th of May to the 10th of June.
Yes.
With a head start on the 5th of June.
Yeah, listen this shit.
That will give us a little bit of more time to work on some improvements. So there's no concern, there's no reason for concern. We just wanted to work on a few things a little bit
Podbelly,
hopefully it makes for a better experience for everyone as well.
Yeah.
And more importantly, it gives us the time to do non-NDA beta weekend on a large scale where you can do streaming. You will be able to talk about the game. You will make videos. Hopefully that is exciting to you. So
it is. Look, I don't care. As long as they make the game good,
what are
it's
we
fine.
going to talk about today? So the segments.
Combat. Yes.
Combat. We
Big
will
dick
be
combat.
talking about the vision of our combat.
Lots of
Dune
damage.
Awakening. We will show you gameplay of both solo combat and group combat.
Okay.
We might even show some PvP. Who knows? And then we will also have a segment about server structure because we know a lot of you were kind of concerned, or some of you were concerned about Head Start and how it will be working. Playing with your friends.
Yeah, people in my chat actually raised concerns immediately. Like completely misunderstood.
And towards the end, we'll also have a Q&A, of course,
Great.
where we collect questions.
Q&A is literally the best part to the stream.
With some of our
Trust me.
guests. But before we dive into the combat section,
Sponsor
let's watch a quick
of the video. No? Okay, shit. I had my... Okay, let's watch.
For those who do. Awaken. The desert wants you dead, off-worlder. If the sands don't take you, the storms will swallow you whole. But you don't have to walk this path alone.
I feel like I watched this.
In every danger,
Yeah, this is old video, dude.
there is
Oh yeah, absolutely. We watched this together. They play it every time they stream.
something greater
Oh yeah, totally. I watched it. We watched this.
waiting to be harnessed. Desert power. Some claim to rule this planet. But Arrakis is yours to explore. To fight for. To conquer.
Oh, I wish the combat in the game looked like this. I had my wisdom tooth removed, so now you're stupid.
Even your control.
Oh, dude. You better read some books. You get me?
Master Arrakis. And it will open your mind. This is your path to awakening.
You're so dumb you didn't have any wisdom teeth to begin with. I have 2. I'm half intelligent, okay? 2 out of 4 is still better than none. You get me? Yeah. Actually, probably... So, yeah, I feel like you should watch Dune movie. Yes. Because this game is a few years later.
So,
like, yeah.
Combat, we have seen your...
So this game follows up on the plot from the movie.
What we've shown so far. So obviously we
Sorry,
want
from
to
the
show
books,
you more.
which movie is
And
based
to
on.
talk about combat, I have 2 guests with me now, 2 very interesting guests, and they really know what they're talking about. For one, I have Viljar here, game director on Dune Awakening. Viljar, you want to introduce yourself quickly?
Hi, I'm Viljar. I've been on the project for about 5 years, game director.
Give the guy a microphone.
The projects I've worked on, I started at Funcom 25 years ago, working on Anarchy Online. I also worked here at on Age of Conan. I did some travel in between. I worked on the Syndicate shooter. I worked on Hitman Absolution and Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Hey, Potbelly, you played Conan
So a lot
Exile
of
lately,
things that
right?
are
I saw you.
relevant To, especially this section and combat in Dune Awakening too.
How
And
was
then
it?
Also, last but not least, we have Alex, lead combat designer. Alex, you want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Hi, my name is Alex, lead combat designer on...
Great
Dune
glasses, by the way. I love them.
With Funcom, I've been for like 16 years now, with the last big project being Conan Exiles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it been 16 years?
It's been 16
That's
years.
kind of
Big
crazy.
dick. Holy fuck.
I love
That's
it.
crazy. I remember doing like Conan Exile streams with you back in the days as well. It was super fun.
I was meaning to dive into Conan Exile, to be honest.
Anyway, now we're actually talking about combat in Dune Awakening, though. And to talk about combats, we also have to talk about the vision of our combat in Dune Awakening, which is we kind of want to raise the bar when it comes to combat in open world survival games specifically.
These shelves are from IKEA, by the way.
What does that actually mean, Viljad?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we set out, we wanted to make the best combat
Kokstav om
experience in the
tenebre.
survival game genre. Combat in Dune Awakening is about the interplay between ranged, melee, and abilities.
Yes.
It is responsive and reactive. It is about positioning and movement. Quick in, quick out. Players focused on ranged and players focused on melee should have equal opportunity to succeed, but everyone will need to use abilities. Now, playing optimally means switching playstyle depending on the situation. Use ranged weapons as someone approaches, then quickly switch to melee as they get near.
So basically, combat is fast and with a lot of movement, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's
So
the summary,
we
yes.
are less about the perfectly timed button press, but more about the overall tactic, like reading the combat environment.
Okay.
So we looked more to action games than traditional
Yes!
survival games when it comes to
Kurva.
building. When it came to
Elden
building
Ring
our
combat,
So
please.
we are not
Come
going
on.
for a Souls-like approach to combat.
Yeah, I think that's very, very important to mention as well, like actiony but not Souls-like. And in that context, I think it's also very important to mention that the combat has to work both in a solo
Come on.
and in a group gameplay. Group gameplay. That's a difficult thing. Group gameplay setting. There we go. Thank you, brain. There we go. Not hiccup.
Good for the discount
yeah,
price,
so-
50 zloty.
We need to support solo and group play, as you said.
Kek.
So, as a solo player, you really should try to separate enemies from the group. So try to approach it with a divide and conquer mentality. Abilities provide great opportunities for this approach, basically. So you can command a single NPC to come to you, or you can use a gravity grenade to keep the enemies behind them at bay, or even use a shield wall, which is normally used for cover, to actually put it in place of someone who approaches you, and then it will slow them down, giving you more react to come up with your tactics to deal with them. And sometimes it's okay to bravely run away. You can disengage with the Shigowari Claw, or even a knee charge, which can be seen as combat tools, but also as good tools to get away from combat when you need to.
I'll be running away all the time.
Yes, on the co-op side, playing with friends is easier.
I don't know
but
what
you
that is.
still need to
Who
be
is a
careful
friend?
and not pull everyone at the same
Guys,
time.
do you know?
Like, the paradigm that we worked with is one enemy is fine, two will
Is it
provide
a
a
plant?
challenge, and three should be hard. So if you go beyond
Can
that,
I suck on
you
it?
kind of brought it on yourself.
Good point. In the end there. You mentioned abilities and tools and things. One thing that's very important in the game as a whole is basically be able to customize your kind of experience, right? Like that goes into character customization, it goes into how you want to play outside of combat.
Yes,
too.
yeah.
But more importantly, it really also goes into kind of customizing your own combat and your playstyle, right?
Yes, that's correct. So one of our pillars is expression and customization, and this is something that we followed throughout everything that we do in the game. So it's not just about making your character look the way that you want, but it's also developing the combat style that you want.
Yes, okay.
You can, of course, fully commit to an archetype to play out a specific Dune fantasy, but you can also pick from all the skill trees if you want to take a more of a generalist approach.
And if you talk combat, of course, we also have to talk weapons.
Well,
For one,
it's all fucking scripted. Come on,
ranged weapons.
they should more like
We've seen
fucking.
quite a few ranged weapon in examples of combat videos that we've shown. But can you tell us a little bit more about?
They should go more chill about it.
Yeah,
Like
so we do have
more
a lot
with the
of,
flow.
Ranged weapons in our game, and luckily the Dune lore actually supports this. It's mentioned many times in the Dune books.
He's
However,
literally
our,
reading.
Approach with the
Look,
mechanics and
Look,
everything is that
he's
they
even pointing with
spring
finger.
load
Ah, now I'm
mechanical.
talking about this.
So we use dodge instead of bullets, which give them kind of a different feel to what you use from other games. I'll mention a few examples, like we have something called the drill shot. This will fire burrow darts. It will hit a shield and burrow through. And if you don't do a dash to counter that, it will go through the shield and damage you directly. But as I mentioned, you can do a dash, assuming you have the stamina, and then they will fall to the ground. So you have to be aware of these things and use dash and stamina elegantly and with purpose. We also have weapons, ranged weapons that you might see are similar to other games. For instance, we have something called the Karpov, which is an assault rifle. So.
And then we also have the Disruptor, which is kind of like an SMG, right? That's specific.
I think combat is usually the weakest point in any MMO, so I
we have the
like seeing how they pay
very
attention to
effective
it.
at taking down a shield. So if you see someone coming towards you with a shield on, quickly switch it to your Disruptor, try to take down the shield and take them out before they get close to you.
Right. And when we talk about shields, of course, they are a very important part of the Dune universe. Melee combat as well, which
Yes.
you know, that's one of the topics that a lot of people have talked about because
Exactly.
we haven't really shown that.
It's
or
because
explained
it's
it
shit.
that much in,
That's why people talk about it.
showcases or videos specifically. So let's talk about shields and melee.
Yeah, so on the melee side, we have swords, we have rapiers, we have the kinjal, we have the crysknife. Swords deal damage in an area, but they are kind of slow. You do a swing, but it's kind of slow compared to the kinjal, which is very fast, but only focuses on one enemy at a time. So even there, you can play as you like. And of course, our shields, they work a little different from what you're used to in other games, I think.
Yeah.
Our shields actually go down when you shoot, which makes you vulnerable. So you go into an encounter and start shooting, and suddenly you wonder why you take a lot of damage. Your shield went down. Now, this can be used, this also works the other way. So if you go against an enemy, if you time it right, you see them start firing, and then you dodge out of the way, and then you start damaging them. So it's about looking for windows of opportunity while dodging out of the way from damage. So you can, of course, do the melee approach, where your shield won't go down when you attack. However, you're still vulnerable to the slow blade attack. This is a special attack where if you're fighting against a shielded enemy, with a little bit of extra effort, you can actually press through their shield to deal damage through their shield. So you're never completely safe. And the last thing I'll mention on this is that you can be staggered by various attacks, in which case you should use the dash, as I mentioned already. And again, it uses stamina, so manage this carefully.
So the dash is kind of a get out of jail free card sometimes, as long as you have stamina, right?
Exactly.
And if you talk shields and weapons, we have to mention the last guns too, of course.
What guns?
Right, the last guns. So the way that the last guns work in lore is that if you fire a last gun at a shield, you get an atomic explosion. And fun as that may seem in the short term, we deemed it impractical. So
I like that it's like, we deemed it impractical. So it's like have like nuclear explosions all over the map
We had it
constantly.
working, but we figured it out that it's probably not for the best for the greater good of the game.
Probably not, yeah.
Okay.
It would be hilarious maybe for a day or so, but then I
It
think...
was funny.
So far, sounds like they got shield combat right. It does,
So
yeah,
the way
it does
we
sound
did
like
is
it, yeah.
that the Emperor
True.
decreed that any last gun produced or crafted on Arrakis will have a safety. So basically, if you try to fire a last gun at someone who's shielded, the last gun just will refuse to fire.
Right.
So that's how we.
Nice.
adjusted
Yeah,
that.
as I,
That's
kind
actually
of,
that
elegant
actually sweet
solution to
ass.
the whole problem. Also, if we talk Holtzman tech, which the shield is of course a Holtzman tech, we have more Holtzman tech in the game, of course.
Yes. Yeah, so you have the Holtzman, the suspensor belts, and these are really good for both traversal and combat. So you can use them during combat to get out of trouble, or you can use it to descend upon your enemy. It's not an ability per se, but it's one aspect of the game.
They would
which
really
supports
nail
both
all those
of
points down if they just showed us
I love them,
while
they're really
talking.
fun, and there's like different types of
Because
things, you
people
like,
can't imagine
you
what the
control, like, up and
last
down and
thing is,
vertically
like
or
whatever.
just fall damage and things like that.
Yeah. Just show me.
You briefly also mentioned the Dune fantasy.
Because this isn't podcast, right?
Earlier on, and of course, if you talk about that, we talk like we have archetype, like we call them in the game, that are very much going into this Dune fantasy of like we have characters that people might know from the books or the
Yes.
movies, like Duncan Idaho, Swordmaster. for example. And for example, we also talked melee. We do actually have.
I'll be
sword
playing the
master
engineer.
in the game.
Whatever the name was.
Yeah, so
From the
we have
ice
Sword
planet.
Master. They're of course melee focused.
Yes.
So some of the abilities that they have are deflection, where they can actually run towards an enemy who's firing darts at them and deflect those darts and don't take damage. They have the knee charge, which is very practical when you want to knee kick someone. But again, you can also use it for traversal to get away or get into the action if you want. And then they also have something called the Eye of the Storm, which is a whirlwind that will attack everything that they hit. It will damage everything they hit around them. And I want to mention this specifically for the beta players, because we've actually reworked how this whirlwind attack works. So the next version that you'll play will be much cooler.
There we go. A little bit of a nugget for the beta players.
I mean, Whirlwind is
Thinking
great in
about
every
it,
game.
like
I love
always
Whirlwind.
going
Just
down
killing
very
everything
much
around me
appreciate.
with no
Also,
attention
I am
whatsoever.
very much a sword master at heart. I also like retaliate, for example, which is a super cool skill, but we don't go into detail about that. You can try that out soon, hopefully yourself. But if we talk about archetype, some of you might have started watching the show or watching the show, the Bene Gesserit TV show that's now available. I think it's on HBO.
Is there?
Probably.
Is there a
Don't
show?
count it.
Really?
Maybe, I think. I
We
think
don't
so.
have HBO in the
But
UK,
we
so
also
I
have
don't
the
know.
Bene Gesserit archetype tree as well, right?
Yes, we do have the Bene Gesserit, and they're all about voice powers and supreme muscle control. So they have abilities like the Bindu Sprint, where they can run at incredible speed, run into combat, or run away from combat. They have the Compel, which is where they can command someone to get to them and incapacitate them for a bit until you and actually give you time to damage them before they regain control over their limbs. And they also have the Weeding Step, which is a very cool ability where they can move superhumanly fast behind someone and then attack from the back.
Ooh, a
So these are,
roguelike.
of course, only two of the archetype trees that we mentioned, but
Oh. 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 That's not me. Chat, no. That's the internet you get when you live in Oslo, okay? That's not me.
it's kind of surprising as well because, or not surprising, because those are my favorite ones.
Yeah,
I go with them a lot, and I love combining the Sword Master and the Bene Gesserit trees because they just work so well together, especially also if you like melee. But we'll see more on that a little later.
There will be a
Content
playtest
segment.
instead of
If
launch.
we talk about the Dune universe, of
So we're gonna
course,
play
we
Dune
need
in
to
May
talk about
anyway.
Spice is important in the game for pretty
I
much
think.
everything. It influences politics, it influences economics, it influences your character in all different kind of interesting and special ways, and it also influences combat.
Yeah, so that's true. So we have this special ability called prescience. This is where you gain special powers through spice consumption or even inhaling spice.
So it's
in
like
a spice
Schedule
field,
1.
If you don't have if you're not wearing a spice mask for.
So you
for
can either
protection.
sell the coke or you
so
can sniff
In
it
the
yourself.
game, you start with 2 abilities, and then when you play the story, you will unlock a 3rd ability at the same time as you unlock the spice prescience feature. So this is a very cool, very powerful mode to be in, where you will reduce the cooldowns on all of your abilities by quite a lot. You'll deal a lot more damage from your abilities, from range, from melee. You'll even become immune to poison. And additionally, it will actually trigger what we call capstone skills. So these are special
Capstone
passive
skills.
skills that you invested in the various skill trees that we have. And they will only be active when you're in this special mode. So
Like ult.
a few
Okay.
examples there are the shield overcharge, where you can actually see vulnerabilities in others' shield, and you can focus on those vulnerabilities. And
What
take
the
down
fuck?
shields
What?
faster.
How
You
does
have the
that work?
Dodge, where it appears as if dodge and blade attacks pass through you. Your health will regenerate at an accelerated pace as well. But what's really helpful to get an eye to understand the battlefield is it will highlight enemies. You will see their health, their weapons, their ammunition, and also their
Cheating.
The type of NPC that you will be dealing with, and it lasts for quite some time as well. It's a very powerful mode to be in. And
That sounds like fucking
Especially with
OP.
ammunition, even though it's just like,
It really
it's just
does.
ammunition, that's not that important, but it actually shows you when you have an opportunity or a window to actually
To go
attack.
between
Because
reloads.
yes, exactly, because NPCs have to reload as well. They kind of react very much like players have to.
That's actually really cool.
But that was a lot of information.
It was. Fuck me.
A lot of talk.
Yes.
And we're actually now going to show you how that actually looks.
Finally, because I already forgot what I heard.
Alex here.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay, okay,
like
okay.
The pro,
Hobo,
like the pro
lock
he
in.
is, because he really knows what he's doing. No pressure, no pressure, Alex. Yes.
So let's see where we go.
Oh, he's gonna. Well, look, we're gonna get the
We have
gameplay.
this character set up in a location of our choosing to showcase the combinations of experiences that our players will
Yes.
be able to have. Combat
That's fine for
is
MMOs.
of
Multiple
multiple
playtests
things,
are
and we
recommended
have
before
a
release. Oh yeah,
wide selection of
100%.
very
Yeah,
interesting toys
yeah, for
that
sure.
we'll demo here so that our viewers can
They're
see
trying to add
experience.
Bene
This will be
Gesserit
solo
fighting
combat
style.
based, right? Just to make that clear.
Are you allowed into Dune? Because it sounds like
Ooh,
it.
we're actually low on water. I forgot to solve that problem beforehand. And we're
No.
standing in the sunlight.
See,
Oh,
that's
loading,
why you should
loading.
always be prepared if you go
Right,
out. Make sure
absolutely.
you have enough
We
water.
will
Make
not
sure you have
cheat to fix this problem.
enough
We will
ammo.
suffer the consequences
because we can cheat.
we will find water in the location that we go to. As you
Ah.
see, we began to be dehydrated. But sorry,
Yes.
Terry.
It's very
Holy-
much worth mentioning that you'll be having fewer dashes because you're low on.
Look how
This
little
stamina
you
actually
need
gets,
to communicate an idea.
Yeah.
If you can see where the pips
They
are on the
decrease
bottom left of the
saturation
screen
of the
above
colors.
hydration icon,
That's
every
it.
time you cross that threshold,
That's it.
you're
And
given
that
a
communicates
bonus
a
from
weakness.
standard. Right now, because we're below both of the thresholds,
Easy.
we do not have that bonus.
So easy.
It's a missed statistical opportunity.
And your health goes down as well.
And the
over
health is
time.
going to be ticking down. We have a
No kurwa, człowieku. What is this internet?
challenge. We'll
You know what I
have a
mean?
challenge, I promise.
And on the same time, you're also sunstroke.
I'm also sunstroke, yes.
Yeah.
Everything
So
that's going
if
back.
it
You're-
rains, it pours, right? Even it's a
Absolutely.
rockets,
lovely.
it's a rockets, but it
Yes.
still rains, it pours.
It's
yeah.
pouring sunlight.
Go for it.
So, first, I'm going to talk about the tools that we're bringing, and then we're going to touch on the skills that we have equipped for this character. This character specifically going to be for my playstyle.
I mean, the game looks good.
Let's talk about
Like
first
really,
equipment. We have
shit.
a selection of items: healing, melee, disruptor,
Yeah.
rifle, scattergun. These all have
Shotgun.
uses. I will use them interchangeably in combat. We have a armor kit. This is light armor. This is more focused around dashing and dodging and being more protective against melee attacks. We have our battery pack that fuels our two of our primary resources, which is technically they're both pulled from the same pool, the energy pool, which Holtzman shields use.
Fuck.
And
Okay.
this is the Holtzman shield.
That's a lot to understand, man.
Also, now we'll quickly show this before we go any further. So, I will first activate my shield.
Yeah.
Boop. Fantastic.
Nice.
Nice.
And then, as Vilja said, the
You're a
unique
bulb
narrative
now. You
of
glow.
Dune
Okay.
forces projectiles to have to put down a shield for them to
Ooh. Look at that
must
scatter.
time.
Holy, like recoil.
We
Look,
must
crazy.
time our gameplay around this mechanic.
Yeah.
Then, suspensors. The one I chose is the one I personally prefer the most. It is energy efficient. It doesn't give me vertical velocity, but it allows me to float.
A weapon?
To float. Maybe I will have to cheat to solve this.
What
one,
is
but
this
it's
Star Wars shit?
becoming
Holy
too
crap.
poignant.
And you saw that his shield started blinking there. That's because he was low on energy while he was suspended.
I'm gonna gas out and pop the bubble. There we go. Right.
Okay.
So here we have lost our shield. We have lost the perfect barrier. Because
So it's
it
like
ties
stamina
to
in
the
Pal
resource
World.
pool. Because we're floating, it will regenerate, and it will re-engage. There we go.
All right.
In terms of skills, let's have a quick look.
Ooh.
The
Ooh.
camera overlay is hiding a couple of buttons, but I'll pretend I know where they are and click through them. So here we see our 5 archetypes, and my choice of skills, for me personally, and because of the setup that we're playing, which is
Gunnery.
away from the TV a little bit,
Yeah.
on remote hardware. So if I miss, it's not my fault, it's the hardware's fault. I'm getting that out of the way.
Of
now.
course.
No gaming chair either.
It's never a gamer's fault.
No.
Yes.
Knee charge,
It's always the healer's fault, actually.
compel, and assault seeker. In terms of my techniques, which are actions that function passively, I can't read them without glasses. Oh my goodness. Right,
That's
that
okay,
bleed
dude.
just says
I
simple
understand
maths.
that. That's good. I can't read that with glasses, so it's fine.
We have energy conservation to give me more juice so that I can fight for longer, float for longer, shield for longer, and death from above to give me benefits to my damage output while I'm floating. With that said, let's
Okay.
do this actually. Let's do a little bit cheating so that
So we have-
people don't see the magic hands.
So we have
While we're
3
fixing
skills and
the
3
character,
The
passives.
water consumption.
Do I get it right? 3 active abilities and 3 passives.
The thing that our support crew don't
I'm gonna
realize
do
is that I
some.
need
I'm
to see
gonna
the
do
other
some
monitor
watching.
so
Yeah,
that
it's
I
a good
can
idea.
see
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
I'm going
Let,
this way.
let's grab it.
Magic button there.
Just so we are like aligned with
It's
our
Let's go.
character
completely
too.
fair. There's no problems at all. This is just magic that happens.
Do you need
People
some water as
coffee?
well? Are you
No, I'm
okay?
good. It's fine. So the character's fixed,
Nice.
hydrated.
Yeah, we sorted, dude.
cheating,
We're ready to go.
considered. See, we have a blue bar. It's magic. Perfectly planned, perfectly prepared. Nothing happened.
Yes.
It was all planned
was
anyway
all
from the
planned.
get-go, so we
And you can
just
see that even though we're cheating, the health doesn't go
Exactly.
up immediately. You will have
Because-
to regenerate health.
Because we are hydrated, we are regaining our maximum lost life.
Exactly.
I do have
So,
concerns,
we're gonna give it a-
but I don't
we're gonna
want to
give it a
talk over
second.
them much.
So that we don't completely get destroyed even though
Like, I immediately worry about
We can
things
also
in this
talk
game.
about the fact that you're actually wearing a helmet, but you can actually hide the helmet.
Should I
think
show that?
you can. I mean, it's not combat related, but I think a lot of
Where is
people
that
are
button, if you
actually
guys remember?
press D. You can press D,
Press the D key.
and there you go. So
There
you have a
it
toggle
is.
here, so you can actually
Hide that
toggle your
face,
helmet
sure.
on and off, and that works with
I
all
like
armor.
helmet.
Well, the hair looks weird,
too,
right?
like
Like
a
it's
lot of lights,
glistering
like-
for some reason. I don't know.
I don't want to see. I want to see the beautiful face I made during the character creation.
Okay. I believe.
You can
Oh,
survive.
that's-
You can survive,
It-
survive the first
fuck.
encounter. That's just.
I hope
that's
so.
It feels like
You
Grand
have
Theft
the
Auto,
Nintendo
but
to stand back
in the
again.
space, right?
You're also,
Well, if not, you have
and you're
an
also
excuse.
being dehydrated. By the
Simple
sun again.
skills,
Right, let's get into the
basic
let's get into the
weapons,
shadows.
and just some kind
I
of
will- the
survival
location we're going
stuff.
to is an eco lab. It's to the forward left. We're gonna rotate counterclockwise and hit the entrance. I've been in this eco lab a couple times, so I have a relatively good memory of where the NPCs are. But if I make a mistake, it's not my fault.
Okay,
it's the
show
hardware's
me
fault.
the NPCs were so
Show me
fucking
the-
stupid last time I checked. Morons.
Taking a bold approach here.
This is not. I hit every bullet. It's absolutely not me.
Yes.
We'll reheal.
Okay.
and
That was a bad gameplay. It's fine, chat.
Let's get into it. Let's pressure
Come on,
this.
hide, dude. Hide. What the fuck? He's playing like me. Like, what the hell? You're not supposed to play that way, dude.
Thank you.
Oh.
You dispatch him easily. We're relatively safe here. This character is by himself. His mate was dispatched. We're shielded. We're in shadow and we're inside.
Okay.
This is the
Hey,
entrance of the
Niryo-kun!
collab location.
Kok z tobą, człowieku. What's up?
I used compel there as one of my skills. In the very beginning of the game, we do not have access, like Vilja said, to all 3 skills. You must experience a certain narrative event before they come online.
Yeah.
Interesting.
At that
You
point-
probably have gotten it at this point in the game
yes.
because it's like 10 hours in or something.
Do you remember which tier we're in right now?
Steel.
Steel tier?
Well, this one is steel tier, but it's placed in our interior area.
Right, it's the challenging eco lab.
Yeah.
It's one of
Nirio,
my
that's
favorites
great.
because
Sounds like
it's
Karen
quite-
Simulator. Love that shit.
quite long.
Absolutely.
It has very interesting
Yes.
disposition of rooms, and it forces
yes.
you to
The
really,
simplest
really work,
game and the best game, yes.
especially for the tier that it's in. So we're gonna
Your
make
goal
our
is
way
to
down
make
the hall.
customers as mad as possible.
Actually, no, we'll save that for later. I was thinking about activating the pressing state, but I think we'll save that for later. So let's see. We have 2 characters here.
Okay.
I don't know we're here.
I quite like the crosshair.
No, we won't do that.
It's
We'll
very
just open the
responsive.
scattergun. Oh,
Oh,
no, okay, that was my
Oh,
mistake.
ay, 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 got him.
You could though, like if you crouch, you're actually making this noise.
This is one
That
of the
was
things that is
fuck.
not often evident because if you crouch your
That's
character,
big
you
dick.
cannot generate audio movement events. What that means is that if you can predict which way NPCs will move, you can get much closer to them to do what I essentially did here, which is get the scattergun in a much closer
Ah.
This scattergun obviously is
Dude.
better at close range because it scatters a lot.
Hey, I will quickly point out the guy playing the game is fucking passionate about this title, and you can tell. I love that.
Yeah, because the scattergun is basically like your shotgun approach in other games.
position. The other interesting element.
He's so
here
fucking hyped up, it's crazy.
We don't only. Ooh, I missed.
Oh, that was a
that's
nice-
interesting.
nice dodge from the
not,
NPC.
let's not. I'm shielded. He's not going to do anything.
But the melee combat is still bad.
One of the things that Villa mentioned before
Yeah.
is that because of the setting, because of the Holzman technology, and because of how we need to value, there has to be value to attacking something, but not really taking its hit points.
He's like a
Which is
nerd
where
that has been in
standards-
marketing for
standards
long
are
enough
For example,
to
with
like
the scattergun,
soften
it's one of
around
the
the
best tools
edges
you have
and
force-
learn to
force a
communicate.
stagger at
I love
short
that. This is
range, not
great.
melee range, but at short range to a target that you manage to land all of your darts on. So you're going to continue advancing, explore this space. Shall we activate the special?
Just wait till you get
energy?
in a little bit of trouble.
Let's get a bit of trouble. So
Let's get into
I will
trouble,
follow,
okay?
I will zoom in with my magical Mark 1 eyeball.
Yes.
Try to spot the baddies.
Yes.
As we advance ever so slowly.
Shot them balls, okay?
No.
Come
There
on.
we go.
Oh, oh, oh!
Right.
He's literally
Pull
playing
back.
like me.
Be in there.
No rogue.
To compel.
No fucking stealth bullshit. Go in and kill
Running
everything.
away.
Ooh.
That's literally my playstyle.
This is the other element. We need to disposition them.
Oh,
Oh, he didn't get through. Oh, this dodging. Please push through. Nice.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Perfect.
I need to.
Oh.
Come on, dude.
Abilities.
Fuck him up.
So we see it's very much about positioning and tactical.
Yeah, but the thing is-
combat.
yeah.
The thing is, those NPCs are so bad. You don't have
As
to.
you saw, the NPC was actually doing a knee charge against you because they have the same.
Like, you don't
ability
have to
do it.
pretend to play that game. Like, you
And
just.
He's on reload, and I follow through.
He was just
Successfully.
reloading. Yes, nice.
Successfully.
Do you guys see what I'm seeing, or am I like delusional?
Maybe be a little
Like
more
when you
careful
melee
when
combat,
reload,
knife
but
versus
shield
knife,
weapons, that's a
AI
feature
is just like,
combat.
oh,
Let's
Maybe,
handle
maybe you
that.
can at least grab some of the spice
he
bits and
killed
use
me.
it.
Let's see, let's take
It's
it out
just
before we go in
no
further.
challenge.
Let's one. Now push our bar upwards, and we have to wait a few ticks for it to get ready. We're not going to trigger it yet. We're going to wait for the go signal before we get spicy.
Also, you can do that via food or drinks, but also sometimes it kind of goes up organically.
I mean, if you go to a spice field, you will.
Aura
inhale
looks
spice
a
Yes.
bit
directly.
low quality.
And you can also see
I
the
don't
particles
know.
in the air. Yes,
It's
yes.
fine, I guess.
See the-
Impale.
Like that's not my worry right now. This is my worry. Look, look at this. You just
Oh, finish him.
Oh no!
killed. Like you don't killed.
Oh, he's gonna come.
Oh, I didn't press keyboard fault, not my fault.
Like
I actually tried to
is it hard? You say?
push through the shield. Nice.
You saw the shotgun there staggering the enemy and then following through with a blade.
My objective there was to read the telegraph on the knee charge and move tactically to the side. I had failed. I pressed
That's
the wrong
okay,
button,
man.
But it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Success was still had.
Learn, make mistakes, and
Right,
improve.
and here,
Yes.
because we're in an eco lab, it is
Wait.
actually not
The other way
most-
around is
the
fine.
Easiest place. Should we activate our power here?
Sure.
Let's
Go
do
for
it.
it.
So
We got plants under the
entering
ground.
the prescient state.
How is
As we listen
photosynthesis
to
working
we
then?
have increased output of damage. We have reduced cooldowns on our abilities, and more importantly,
Yo.
we have information. And information is ammunition that we can use.
Yeah.
To succeed.
Yeah, you have to actually see the enemies first, but once you do,
This
you
is
are
literally some
highly
kind of like
comfortable where they are.
the Last of Us
I will
bullshit.
actually try to utilize the
By the way,
playstyle of
great
this
great
character
game, great
to
movie.
its optimal
Yeah,
power.
just saying.
Float and fight. In the fight, please hit. Please hit. No, okay. No, no. Not that way.
So
You
so
can see
these
the boss
AI they
activated
learn
on
to
the
fight
right
against
side,
you, but they're not
from
doing
the
a very good
axis
job, do they?
while you were floating.
Dash sideways. 1, 2, 3. Dash away.
Yeah, it's like we had better combat in Assassin's Creed in 2008.
And since you're spec'd, you're on the same tier as them basically. It's just one slow blade. If you go against higher tiered enemies, you will have to use more of those. So that's obviously more challenging.
Normally, the first time players experience a location that they're undergeared for, they need to be ooh,
Botanical testing stations that were in the book. Ah, fuck! How could I have forget? Jeez, dude. Yeah. Of course.
And what we saw there was that you were blocking. You weren't parrying. You were
Yeah.
holding block actually.
I didn't feel comfortable in the situation to try to risk it.
My cats are pissing me
I
off.
guess it's
Jesus
slow.
Christ.
Let's
Well,
push
within
forward. Let's see what
Even newer Assassin's Creed. Yes, I know.
Reload out.
The quality of combat in Assassin's Creed has degraded over years. Crazy. Just like the stock of Ubisoft, right?
Last one.
It's literally the same
You
pattern.
also see now, of course, that the spice prescient bar goes
It's
slowly
going down. Yeah, yeah.
And as you saw there, Alex was preparing before the next encounter. You really should prepare before you go into every encounter.
Especially if you play solo, right?
Yeah.
You have to be way more careful right now.
AC Shadow was not very good. I like how polite you are, man. Like you might even have some positive influence on me.
For their speed and or
Yeah.
efficiency. Let's
I appreciate
show
that.
a Seeker. Bang.
But we also see here what you mentioned earlier when we talked about solo and group play, like Alex is really trying to be able to pick his fights, right? Like trying to separate enemies, trying to go for cover, use his ability to not have to fight everyone.
Guys, did you Did you watch the Shroud's comments today about Marathon? I linked that on Discord.
Oh no.
And this is the first.
Did you watch it?
I have in this.
Let's see, let's switch the disruptor and we need to use our
How the game is not
damage.
challenging at all?
A little bit of chip on him. Not that much chip, but let's see what happens with it. Go in. 1, 2, 3.
This game, like, they make all those great systems,
Besides the bubble? No.
but
Another hit is-
the entire value of those system goes to zero.
Because
And yeah, this
Because
guy
you
has
can
been,
just play the
very
game
good at
mindlessly.
taking down the shield as well.
Like, those systems are great to master, but what's the point of mastering systems if you can just spam click the mouse and you get the same effect? Why put effort
One
in?
of the big things that we
There's no
that
friction in the
Peggy says
game.
that
Look
even
how
though
easy it all
as a
is.
player, even though an individual
It will be a
character
game
is
that we
quite
play for
easy to
2 months
handle,
and quit.
the
Because there's no
second
challenge.
you mismanage space or mismanage resources, it becomes very, very tricky. I need to stop speaking and focus. It becomes very, very tricky to handle the output that everything is throwing, which is why I need to try to focus these guys down. quickly.
Now, this will be fun against players, okay?
Jokingly say,
Like PvP is a whole different story.
it's really
However,
a
it's a
tactic. You-
smart tactic.
you
sometimes.
Keep
need
in
to
mind,
try to get away from it,
like they
regroup,
said
and
it,
then go back in with a
99%
plan.
of the game is
Going
solo.
against a lot of enemies solo is
Okay.
tricky.
So this is what you're gonna be playing 99% of the time. The thing you're looking at right now.
Right, that appears
Okay.
to be a range.
So it's all great when the game is in the honeymoon period, but after you've learned everything very quickly, like 1 month tops, you became the interest in the game declines
And we'll try to discuss
because it doesn't
this.
stimulate you in any way.
It's not me, it's the hardware. Into melee, blocking. No, I failed. Okay, knee charge. Knee charge successful. Push through.
Is what happened to Throne and Liberty. The game was fucking amazing in the first 2 months, but after you've learned everything, you quit because it's boring.
Can I? Yes, I can. No, okay.
So I hope they keep it like challenging, entertaining, and rewarding.
The reason I pulled away is because I noticed my stamina, which is why my abilities were not usable. I pulled away to regenerate my stamina, re-heal, to be safe. I could
Look,
probably
this
have
NPC
succeeded,
is not
but I didn't
chasing
want
the
to
guy.
choose
He doesn't
to
know where
risk
he
my
went.
resources,
He's
because
like fucking
everything you
stupid.
do
Look at the NPC.
costs time,
What is he
costs
doing?
investment. Why risk
What
when
is
you can
what's
use your
happening right
resources?
now?
Right.
Oh,
And
there
you
he
might
is.
have lost your shield
Yeah,
because
like-
of the minigun. Like,
Push through.
You know what I mean?
For the, again, for the beta players, that we're doing a big rework or iteration on stamina. So a lot more things will cost.
It must have been the wind, yeah.
Stamina won't always.
Yeah, dude,
regenerate
exactly,
depending on
yeah.
actions that you do. You won't regenerate stamina as you sprint, for instance. We have a few more fixes coming in for this as well, but
Nice.
it will be a much more valuable and an important.
I'm just surprised that they put so much
This version is not
attention
already-
to combat and so little to
This
how
version
it
is
This is the first time
plays.
that could be
Like-
potentially seeing the changes that are upcoming.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, I get it that every weapon has different crosshair and feels differently and gives different abilities, and it all sounds cool and great.
that's actually the boss. That is
But there's
It's
nothing
neither of
challenging
this,
in the game
this
to make
area
the
in a
use
way.
of it.
I don't see any contact.
So how about we put resources into
And
NPCs that actually
Okay.
pose some challenge
this looks like a space
and worry about the rest later? Like the priorities are
Right,
all the way
my
around,
pressing
you know?
state has depleted,
Oh yeah.
which is why I don't see the character's lovely highlights to tell me what they're about to do. So I need to choose when to go in with much less information.
And we can see here what's happening now is that he's in withdrawals. We can't actually consume spice. He needs to wait for that bar to go down, then he can consume spice. However, he will have to consume more spice now than he did in the first round because his tolerance is growing, and this can go up to quite a high
Do you
level
see
where
that?
you'll have to
Are you
actually
looking at the
consume
same
a lot
thing
of
I'm
spice
looking right now?
to go pressure.
Shall we?
This guy just emptied the whole magazine of bullets into an NPC before he even reacted.
Focus on the gameplay.
In any shape or form.
Dispatch.
Not that he
Let's
rushed.
see what this
It was
can
just,
do.
oh yeah, they shooting at me. Fuck, what do I do? Fuck. Yeah.
On. Work away. Scattergun. See what he does. I'm not there anymore. And I can't hit him. Great. Wait, again.
I can't. I'm sorry. I just. Oh, dude, this is.
Let's see what happens. We're gonna finish and get our success.
I mean, they know it
no,
sucks.
no.
Come on, like it
Leaving. Nice.
Yeah.
And let us rearm and re-equip. We'll press
I
the
like
button
this
to
guy's
rearm this
passion
one. We'll press
and
this button
ability to
reload,
talk
stand
over it.
reload,
Like
drop
I
it.
try to do that every time I play a bad
Right,
game, but
I kind of know this layout. We're gonna go down the
it
stairs.
has to be a known issue, right?
Further and further. Let's see again. Shall we? Let's
My fellow brothers lies here dead, throats ripped, blood everywhere. Who
Spice
did that?
is the fuel
Minute later, he goes back to idle because he couldn't find. Yeah, yeah. Well, there we go. Investigation concluded.
Characters in the universe, we have easy access to it.
And to be fair, we're cheating right now a little bit when it comes to spawning items, spawning the beer.
It's fine.
No player would run
But you will
exactly
be able
at
to
you
create
if you
two
held a
spice
gun.
beer, spice
They would
coffee,
hide. They would
yourself.
try to like
And
walk
you also
around you.
sometimes find
Like
it, in
some AI, please, some brain.
Okay, that's a
Then
good
again,
idea. This
if you
way
like getting
is
close
what-
to spice, filled it with also.
happens if I don't dispatch them quickly. See, I can shoot. I can float and shoot as well. No, I have to reload. That's a mistake, Alex. There we go.
But it's not like, look, it's not enough for me to not play the game. Just to be clear, I'm totally down. Okay,
Let's speak more focused.
but
Sorry.
I'm just pointing the shit out, in case they watch, see, hear, like whatever.
He'll
Okay,
approach. He'll get stabbed.
it's just one man's opinion. I don't know, but I like to call things out when they're bad, and I like to call things out when they're good. That's how you make progress. All right. PvE probably not gonna be a focus. It totally will be. Like PvE is the all of the game.
Pressing forward and further.
Yeah.
We alone? We're
Like
alone.
PvP is only one part of the desert, like some kind of top player, and they completely disincentivize PvP by how harsh and punishable it is. Like literally, entire game is pretty much single player with people seeing each other here and there, roughly, for a second.
Is that a problem?
Yeah.
So this problem? Explosive floating bomb? Go down. You decided to not. Oh, that's a miss. Oh, parry! I'm sorry. I will counter your parry with my knee. Successful. Oh, there's his friend. Parry.
Nice.
Counter. Rotation. Fantastic. Do I have to heal? And I just run out of stamina at the end.
Can I?
They're very
Like we
much
should have a
pushing me. This character
second
actually also
screen,
likes to be
split
rotated
screen
forward.
here,
A little bit pushed to the
and play a
further
combat
than
from
the
like
I have some things that are
soul
happening,
frames.
I'm unhydrated. Where's there a water location?
Exactly.
Can I find some?
Okay.
Dead to the right there.
There's-
No, I thought. No, I
What are we even talking about?
Quick rotation
Or
on
even
to see if
look,
there's a water
even fuck that.
container in here.
Play
Right.
combat from
What
Crosswind.
else
That
we have to
isn't
go
even
through?
out yet.
Well, we won't have to.
It's better, trust me.
Yeah, let's get.
Have you seen this?
Just
No,
check
I'm not
this
gonna
out.
interrupt the stream, but play Crosswind boss fight. Watch that.
Oof.
Yeah.
There we go. We shall drink.
Nice.
Get more stamina. Is there a second?
No.
No? No? Okay, one is enough.
Star Citizen, the game is beautiful, ship's gorgeous, but then the AI is just PP brain.
Right, let's continue.
Oh, I don't follow
Maybe
Star
since
Citizen
I
at all.
Walk past loot boxes.
Apart from the
right
fact
now.
that it's all scam, apparently.
Open all the boxes.
What did they get? Like 800 million now, and they haven't put the game out yet?
Okay, let's check this corridor.
Like,
Yes,
dude, we're literally coming close to $1 trillion
somewhere near the
spent on the game.
1 million vents.
So this is
Think
where we
about
come
it.
to the blood door. You can pass through, but you cannot exit until you've taken care of all the enemies inside.
The terminology of a blood door is started off as an internal keyword for us. These are technically Holtzman shields that have been specifically configured for very, very specific purposes.
Okay.
Make a gameplay experience better for the player. We should proceed through. Now,
Oh,
And if you look
Oh,
back
just
at
like
the
that,
door, you can
okay.
See that you can't actually
Oh.
exit now.
however, your friends can
oh,
Yeah.
and sometimes
It's
not
a trap.
friends also follow.
This is
I
true.
love. That's great.
This is
I love
where
that.
Some of the deep desert ecology
It would be
very
great
good.
if it was actually dangerous to
so-
cross the door, but it
In this
isn't.
location, we have a big gameplay space, 3
Yeah.
paths, left, middle, and right, and there
Yeah.
is also an underside. I happen to know this because I've reviewed this Ecolab a couple of times, and I will
Yeah.
pretend like I don't, but I do.
So
We will
let me get this
engage
straight.
with
These
this
guys
content
don't
doing a
see him
clockwise
yet.
rotation Going left and around. Let's see
They
how
they
well
don't
we-
see the
we try not to add
they're
too
not
much
aware
because
just yet.
previously,
Okay.
If I make a mistake, I am punished. We will try to minimize mistakes, and again, crouching to not risk being heard until we absolutely have to. That's a heavy. This is a bad location. I should not have gone this way. I need to use this box to keep cover from the heady. Let's see how long my shield can hold the fight.
Oh.
Nice, okay. Please shield. 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 What is he doing? Shield. Shield. Compel. Run through. We will not fight him because we don't have the resources to. We will engage. No, I missed. Oh, yeah. No, stop. No.
Gotta make sure Star works perfect first. Damn right. You gotta get your priorities straight, right?
Low,
Yeah.
low line of fire. That guy doesn't see us yet. Okay, we have resources. We're going to go in. This was a marksman that I happen to know is here. He's quite dangerous if he is not dispatched quickly. They proceed to stack up a lot of poison damage on our players.
Wait, you're talking about Star Citizen. Did I get things confused? Isn't there like MMO with the same name that hasn't launched yet? Wait, maybe I'm confusing two games. There's like this MMO that's been in development for 1,000 years and hasn't even seen the daylight at all.
Advance.
Maybe I'm confusing two games, but I feel like title is similar.
Stab the body. Stab. No, get away. Recharge. No, I don't have any stamina. No.
So how do we know if the game hasn't been out? How do we know about its AI?
I'm too eager right now.
Power
Yes.
tools.
Does that push through? No, it didn't. Try again. Dash in. And miss. Great. Follow.
Ah. It's MMO but has single player. I didn't know
Even
that,
a
dude,
combat
at all.
designer can play perfectly every
Holy
single
shit.
time.
I didn't know.
Fine.
Please
Yes,
don't blame
it's
me.
the hardware and the
okay.
gaming chair.
I am actually disappointed that my
By the way, did you guys
is
notice how we lost
depleted
interest?
Yet again. It is not very efficient to know
Well,
how
at
many
lea-
hit points the opposition
I'm
has.
just waiting for
Otherwise,
something
I will make
exciting to happen.
Normally people won't explain so much. As
And
they
that's what
have
I mean,
the,
like,
the pressure
why
and
those
stuff, also
games
because you lost
give you
quite a bit.
dopamine
That's
every
why it
30
does
minutes?
last for quite some time.
Why not like spread it over the entire experience? Keep it constantly challenging, constantly interesting. This guy is playing the game the right way because he's demoing the game, right? Normal player would just pull up a weapon and kill it all and move on. Like it would be over in 10 minutes.
These pink elements showing up every now and then. So after a while, you might start seeing things that aren't there if you trigger pressions too often.
Why I said spice can influence your character in all different kinds of ways.
No, come on.
So you almost have to shoot that.
This is laughable, dude.
Next weapon.
You can play the MMO as well, just called Alpha Beta EA.
Successful.
I
Okay,
thought it was
right.
completely inaccessible.
And then let's look around to see.
I thought they had
Actually,
nothing to
reload.
show for the game.
Disruptor, rifle, scat gun, fantastic. Rifle equipped. Let's see.
Okay,
what we see.
okay, I will dive in. I will dive in, I didn't
I
know.
believe we have cleared the left and right, and now we need to have a look in the middle. Yep. Yes, we do.
So he's trying to get some spice, I think, right? That's the whole thing. He's literally on the mission of doing that.
Yeah, so this assault seeker actually has double functionality where you can throw it and it will explode on contact, or you can trigger it as it moves towards the target. Or
No,
past the
did you see that? Did you see? Like, I don't even have to comment over it. Like, you can just open the eyes and see the AI in this game.
Oh, hello. No. Wait. I'm not ready. Wait, your turn. Floating bomb. Yeah. Oh, I missed time that. That was too far. Go and reload. Oh, push headshot.
Gotta get coffee? Sure, dude.
Great.
Make me one, okay? Thanks. Love you.
Steal some health.
We see that the door is still locked over there, so there's
There's
enemies
still some
left.
enemies.
Yeah, that's the way we need to go. So we need to find the remainder of the encounters.
Yeah,
Hey, and from this vantage point,
some floating.
Okay,
we
so...
absolutely.
Oh, alright, nice. That was nice as fuck. That was really nice.
Okay. No, bad. No, that's also bad. Please don't.
Do you guys realize what kind of inception this is? You are watching me watching him playing They Watch, like, you know how many watchings there is on the way? So you watch me, I watch them, they watch him, and he plays the game. There's like streamception here going on.
Stay low.
This is crazy.
Stay low, stay safe. I have stamina, I have resources. Go. Okay, let's go. Daggers to hand. He was right here. There he is. Quantum bomb. Bam.
I'm just choosing to ignore you.
One.
Oh, you got...
No, he's not choosing to ignore him. The guy just don't know what to do.
Dagger through.
He's confused.
Give me.
He forgot he's an NPC.
And stamina. Stamina's 1.
He pretended to be a stone,
Health.
a rock.
Dagger. This is all about risk minimizing. I could have been much more aggressive. I could have risked my durability of my equipment. I chose not to. I believe.
Yeah,
that
again,
most
I
of the
think this will
sections have
come
a reload and a look-see.
come across more attractive when they do PvP.
Right.
I think so.
Get back upstairs.
Yeah, this isn't impressive at all.
Yeah, you see the door
Like-
screen there. So we're not going to go through the next room. That's where in a hill.
It really worries me.
This Ecolab or this testing station is. We're gonna end the solo play at this point.
Yep. I love
Not spoil the boss here.
No,
Yes.
that's
Even though
Okay.
we heard her talk actually earlier. So it's like
Chat. So that's the end of the solo game. What do you
So
think?
That gives us the opportunity
From 1 to 10.
From solo gameplay go into group gameplay. We're gonna set up some things behind the scenes. We're gonna watch a quick video first, and then we'll be right back with more gameplay for you to watch.
Element Mr. Silvercoon. Kok z tobą, człowieku. What's up, my man? You get me? Oh, we got a rat. Oh, oh. Oh, and he's a streamer too. That's that's like probably your typical streamer setup, to be honest. Like all yeah. What do you think is around me? Just a desert. Yeah, I'm just in the middle of nowhere. Oh, they're showing the radio stuff. Yeah, this is the music. Like, you know, in Grand Theft Auto, you can play radio in the car. You can do the same here. Here. Yep. This is gonna be awesome. -4? What the fuck, dude? Okay.
And we are back again.
What was that
As
video?
we mentioned, we're gonna set up a few more things behind the scenes. The crew will tell me when we're ready to actually go. We all ready? Well, that was fast. Was super efficient
super
because we were actually because we're gonna talk a little bit more about the differences between the Ecolab that we just went through solo and the Ecolab that we're actually going through now in group play. We
They
can
made a
still do
shit
that,
game
actually,
and
in
blasted the
explaining
budget
as
on the
well,
rat
because,
and the bad setup.
the
Holy fuck,
approach is gonna
dude.
be quite different.
You're
Plus
roasting them.
also we see
Holy
more
shit.
Group viability or like group.
I mean, the
gameplay,
combat
group
so far
play.
is just bad.
Coordination,
I'm not saying it's like
coordination,
-4,
planning,
okay?
well, a little bit more of them
But
planning,
it's not
because these
exciting.
locations are in the deep desert,
It-
so you have
it's-
to have
it's
a bit
just-
of planning and protection.
Meh.
because Not everyone here is.
God damn it.
The deep desert Ecolab.
Well, we're
still
slowly
in
getting
PvP
into the
area, so you
positive
run risk
numbers, it's
on
okay.
PvP here, obviously.
Also, we see also the players.
Maybe by
here
the end
that
of stream,
are
we're gonna be at
higher
0.
tier armor. They have better weapons. They have more abilities as well. Plus, but you're probably gonna comment on that later on as well.
Do you want to join the
approach
party?
and
Okay.
mechanics in this type of Ecolabs is kind of different than we were just saw in the solo
Yes,
gameplay.
the enemies are much more aggressive. They're much higher tiered enemies. The weaponry and the gadgets and abilities they
It's
use
not-
against you are more advanced.
Okay. Okay.
Also, here
Let's see.
the blood doors have an additional function where waves will spawn. So not only do you have to clear the room once, you have to clear it. You have to clear all the ways. The
Oh, that's
waves
interesting.
Before you can actually continue to the loot. And loot also works a little bit differently in the deep desert compared to PvE areas. PvP loot and PvE loot works differently. So
Okay.
in PvE, everybody gets the loot. You can't cheat anyone because anyone going up to
Everyone
the
gets
loot
the
box, exactly, they will get the loot. However, here
Okay.
you have to trust that the first person to get the loot actually will share it with the group.
Ah.
Maybe not
Oh.
Better make sure you have good friends.
Yeah.
Let's call it. Let's say it that way.
Holy
right?
shit.
So,
It's
yeah.
loot council, dude.
We just used the
Yeah.
we just cut down the door, as you saw. This is the same technology as is used to harvest rocks and materials.
You can hover -1.5.
Players
All right, all right.
first
Yeah.
outdoors,
They're
explore
slowly
the space
buying your
around
wallet.
and
That's-
Calm down.
I think Camille playing, so he is actually looting boxes. Thank you.
Ooh.
Better for my anxiety.
Ooh. see what our players
I mean,
encounter.
I love the
Space.
world they
I
built.
love these. These are
I
so
love the
different
music
to
they
see
made.
all of the time. It's lovely.
Like the whole thing
Do
is
recommend
great,
having a shot caller on
but
the team,
like
someone
core
who coordinates,
principles of the
because if
game just
everybody
fall
do
short,
their own thing, these enemies
and nothing
are
else can make
not
up
only
for
high
it.
T, they have more health. They have they're much more aggressive.
Also, can we talk about friendly fire?
Absolutely.
So you won't do damage to your friends with normal darts, things like that. However, area effects, abilities, and the flamethrower will actually damage your friends. They won't take full damage, but you should be careful.
So everything that kind of does area
I mean,
effect damage, right, will also.
So they said the mobs are more aggressive.
So things like poison.
It doesn't matter, they're equally
flame,
stupid.
When delivered in an AoE, which is also flamethrower, and in a deployable.
It changes nothing.
Beforehand. And CC effects like suspensor grenade or reduction grenades are also applied in full. So you really need to manage where you deploy your AoE CCs to not hamper your allies. I believe our players have just defeated one of the waves, and then they're now preparing to receive the next. They will rearm and re-equip and be ready to rock and roll. And we'll do maybe some of the shot calling for the next.
This reminds me of guys. Have you ever played Fortnite single player?
They also have different builds, different
Yeah,
abilities,
essentially, yeah.
different weapons, which is
So
interesting.
you get to protect the area for a time with waves of zombie.
Focusing on NPC, and then we immediately
Just running at you.
to focus on the same NPC. This is exactly the kind of coordination.
I think this is the principle here.
While it may not be obvious until you're actually playing these places, these NPCs are significantly stronger. They're faster. They are much more dangerous. However, some people might want to challenge themselves and come here by alone. Who knows? It's up to them.
They also retreat, they use cover, they use the same abilities that players have at their disposal as
Okay.
well, depending on how
Yeah,
what
they'll
kind of
dash
enemies they
and
are.
they'll parry much more often as well. I do want to mention one thing again to the beta players, that we have listened to feedback when it comes to how friendly fire works.
Okay.
Friendly fire will still be valid for groups, but we are reworking how they affect guilds, basically.
Prior to this change, both.
So you can kill little Timmy
were
on
considered
your
allies
team.
for
Okay.
the purposes of not taking damage.
Oh. Oh, got him. Easy.
This is one of my favorite. Like, I can tell that's a Swordmaster build, because you saw the green effect, which is basically a passive of the Swordmaster archetype. If you kill someone, it will give you a buff for, I think the first level is 15% more damage for the next attack as well, after you kill
You see
someone.
the
I think you need to play a range class, a range weapon to enjoy this.
It's very distinct. So
I could not stand playing a melee class. There's just no way.
It's good group play.
This is very good.
Although they said you have to mix it up.
These,
Maybe.
especially these
It's
things are
almost,
very dangerous.
it's almost as if they're knowing what they're doing.
Right? It's wonderful.
So I guess in this mode, what you're getting is this kind of one room, one zone. You have to survive a few waves of mobs, and then you can proceed to the next room and rinse and repeat that thing. That's what I believe. And then in the meantime, they're collecting loot to upgrade, like between Counter-Strike maps.
So in the paradigm that we have, applying
Or, matches or rounds.
poison effects from the players. One of the nice things about poison grenades is that especially both in PvE and PvP, they have a use case. Not only will they force NPCs to move, because NPCs don't like to be in bad clouds of green stuff, it also forces players in PvP to actually make a choice between, do I want to stay here and suffer this small but eventually significant effect, or do I want to reposition and heal?
Why would you even engage in a melee combat if you can just shoot them in the face?
That was really nice there. They're like almost out of
Look,
stamina.
look,
like,
there you go, done.
That was really nice.
They're not even evading, nothing. They just dead.
You saw one, and enemies will
They will
actually
revive.
They will
Yeah.
actually, sometimes they run
kill it.
away, and you wonder
There
what
you
they're
go.
doing. They're doing the same
Yeah.
thing the player is doing. They're actually running away to heal, so that they can come back.
And they can, of course, also revive themselves. They can get out of the down but not out state
Exactly,
as well,
yeah.
like players can.
Where is volumetric lighting here? This would make the game look amazing. I don't know what that means,
Oh yeah.
but I appreciate your keen eye to detail.
turrets?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to mention it earlier because we've seen it a few times now. We haven't actually commented on it,
Yeah.
which is
Here we see it, the turret.
yes, which is a mentor ability, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's like actually one of the first mentor abilities.
By the way, next stream will
And now we
be
have
about
questions
building.
for you, yeah. So, the old
That's a lot of NPCs in games.
Yep.
Let's see how well we do.
I am interested in that, definitely.
The question is, will our team survive and succeed and receive
Nice.
the rewards?
Depends on the hardware, from what I understand.
Nice one. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, brownie points. That was really nice.
It's actually very interesting that you have a like Element AG-kun, right? They play CS 2.0. They play all those fucking old shooters,
One,
And-
two, ooh.
and it just feels so much better than any of this.
Almost broken.
He's gonna...
He's still focusing
nice.
on. Okay.
Why?
That's a flamethrower heavy.
Also,
And he's
we've
burning
seen.
some friends.
Also, we've seen
Ryukun!
a knife earlier, like, and now we
Jak
actually
z tobą,
see the sword in
człowieku?
action.
One of the big differences that Vila mentioned before is the gameplay stylization. Swords are an area of
Yeah, but
control.
how many
There are
times
loads
did you
of
check
swords
in?
and daggers, but daggers
4
allow you to
times,
quickly
shit!
attack and
You're on the
also
roll.
lunge. One of the things that we really want to focus on for our melee playstyles, which is not super evident right now, but soon TM will be, is that they are distinct,
fuck.
have a gameplay role that players can choose to
I have
enjoy,
so many
and
thoughts. I
those
just
gameplay roles
I don't
that
want
aim
to
for
interrupt
engagement,
much. Libla, libla, libla.
encounters,
You get me?
and strengths and weaknesses.
I mean, I gotta say it again. I love melee. I'm like, it's my build. Like, I combine Swordmaster plus Chest Read skills, and I absolutely love it. Plus, I have a sniper rifle. Because I either want to be super far away and kill people really fast, or be in their face. Like, that's kind of my playstyle. I love it too. And it
Hope you have a good stream, dude. We'd love to hear feedback on this later. Oh yeah, I will pop into yours. Yeah, yeah. Kiss. Love your dick. I mean you. What a great stream. Yes.
So here we see some special NPCs. These NPCs are configured to be different from the normal streams, wherein the actions and abilities that they can throw out are much more.
Oh, they're really wailing
less
on
cool. There we go.
Gideon right now.
That's a
Oh
throw
my
down.
god.
You guys have to work
This
hard
is
to
this is.
survive.
I'm sorry, Chad. This is sometimes painful to watch.
Should have used that.
Like I know I can be doing the same joke over and over for 2 hours, but at some point it's just becoming boring and the reality sets in. You know.
Experience.
You know what I mean? Like, I can be only funny about the thing for like 15 minutes, but that's pretty much it.
Much more eager to use them.
Because right now it's just sad.
Aggressive. It's quite aggressive. Yeah, they're very aggressive.
Like there are different stages to grief, right? And we've been through a few right now.
They defeated the wave.
They
That's
did
fantastic.
actually. Yeah, they did defeat them.
Then we
We've
have
been
one
through the
with
rejection,
breath
for
as
sure.
well, with turrets and everything, right.
We've been through ignorance,
Getting there.
for
See
sure.
where the next one
But
comes in
now it's
from.
getting to us, dude. Now is realization.
Bubbles. Bubbles everywhere.
You know what I mean?
Really nice. There you can see all the abilities that that specific NPC has.
Man, they will never have me as a content creator for the game, right? I feel like every game I watch, I bash it.
I was just wondering that. I was just about to ask.
I
like,
believe after
But
Yeah,
I feel like I'm being
because
fair.
it's actually
Like people in the chat feel the same way about this, right? I'm not delusional. I'm not taking some kind of crazy medicine here, like literally, right? It's just
left corner that they're all grouped up. You see the names
Right?
of them and everything. So
Right, yes.
Good going group, good going team.
Absolutely. One of
Someone took one for the team, which is totally okay. Someone you have to have a sacrificial lamb.
the- And now that awkward moment where trust is tested.
trust.
In terms
Okay.
of who chooses who gets the win.
Oh, the chest. Okay.
Well, you have
Exactly.
a leader. You have a leader.
Yeah,
you
guys,
know,
only
hopefully,
one person
like,
can loot,
distributes loot fairly.
and they distribute the loot. Yeah.
But yeah, you nicely see there the.
So
group
wait,
set-
that was the end of the.
actually,
They've done the
group setup
challenge.
changed.
I thought they're just beginning to. What? That's the end?
Who? The group setup is changing there behind the scenes. Okay, yeah, nice.
It's one of those moments when friends decide not to be nice to each other.
Never
Where
say it
friends
again.
won't be
Make
friends.
sure you
Well,
know
just
your
roll
friends.
for it.
You have close
Or
friends.
GDKP.
Like, keep your
Come on.
friends close. No, keep your enemy close. No, keep your friends close. Your enemy closer. Your friends
Yeah.
close. Your enemy closer.
Oh, from the second perspective. Oof.
It's just this is a single.
So, a 2-on-2 fight, a 2-on-2 player fight in a confined space is going to get messy. There's going to be colors on the screen.
Oh, now it's
There's gonna be
PvP.
effects
Wait,
going on.
chat, PvP. Come on.
We will see if we can comment as best as we can to what's happening.
See,
Feel like
there's
esports
someone
commentator,
dead there already.
like-
Oh, they took somebody down. That was very fast.
Is it 2
No.
versus 1
Oh,
now?
stamina
Or
list.
is it, yeah, 2 versus 1, yeah. Oh, nice.
This is very nice.
Oh, someone went prescient.
Cheating! They're cheating!
Guys,
No.
knife fight in PUBG was more
I would call
exciting.
it cheating. If someone goes person and I can't, it's obviously cheating.
I'm sorry.
Someone
I
has like...
believe somebody got betrayed.
Looks like it.
Oh, and there's another. Oh, there's a second
Ooh,
betrayal.
That was a Bennett chest skill on a friend.
That's
That's
funny.
that's like the ultimate betrayal. If you use
Oh,
a
fuck,
Bennett
I paid
chest, you
60
skill
pounds for
on
it.
your friend.
Yeah.
That is just the ultimate
Okay.
The
betrayal.
question
Well,
is, who is the better player?
Now I gotta eat it. Okay.
This is an interesting fight.
This is very close.
Yeah.
It's very close.
No, it is an interesting fight.
Oh, it's
Someone
I
out
can't-
of stamina.
No, yeah. It's
Ooh!
one.
What? Wow!
Oh,
Holy shit!
Yeah.
You forgot about the game rule number 1. Shut up, Niryu.
Oh, the
Shut
double
up!
back-
Don't you dare! Don't you
A
dare!
little bit more ability use and a little bit better stamina.
Shut!
Time to stamina and deploy it in one big burst.
Actually, you don't see the stamina on the other player, even if you're prescient, which is actually really. I think that's. Oh,
Oh, some. It, boom.
Hobo,
that's close! It almost got the.
Hobokun, you missed so much.
One of the players is sitting
Some
right
ten- some
here,
tension in the
and he
room
just
here.
went like throw his head back, and his headphone just went flying. It's just like, well done, though, team. Well done. That
There
was
can only
great.
be one.
There can only be one. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There can only be one. But yeah,
completely
make sure you have close friends before if you go into these type of
It's
collabs.
like these kind of situations is actually
situations.
one of the paradigms that we've designed the game around, which is making friends and enemies. We don't really care which is which, but if you're making friends, if you're making enemies,
That is
the
nice.
game will
I like
sustain
that
itself, I
design
think.
in principle.
Exactly.
It's exactly what Apogea is doing too.
You don't care who.
Like PvP is ugly,
Yeah, but also I like to back.
but sometimes necessary.
Well, so-
If someone fucks you over, the only way you can retaliate is kill them. And you can do that. I like that.
I didn't expect a double backstab.
That's great.
The double backstab.
Well,
Okay,
plans within
no pun
plans within
intended.
plans. You know, that's how it goes.
No pun intended. Who was the instigator? I blame Camille, by the way, behind the scenes there.
I think I saw him play some mine or something.
He's
talk about
denying.
that.
He's denying.
Just
it. I
open
don't
new
believe
coffee
him.
beans
I
and the
don't believe
aroma
him.
came out.
I'm 100% sure. I know it
Ooh.
wasn't anyone else.
Love
But
it.
mine was Camille. Anyway,
Absolutely love it.
That was the combat section. Thank you so much, Viljar and Alex, for being here chatting and showing off
So,
some
chat,
of the gameplay.
Hobokun. How
We
would you
have,
rate the
of
combat,
course,
Hobokun?
as
Come
we
on.
mentioned,
Give me the number, 1 to 10.
Beta weekend coming up that a lot of players will be able to enjoy and test the combat in Dune Awakening themselves.
Yeah.
You will be able to stream, you will be able to show videos and things from that beta weekend. Sometime next month, more concrete information regarding that will, of course, come soon from our side.
5.
But before we dive into the next segment, we are just gonna have a little bit of a break and we'll be right back.
Oh, so this is the time when they go on Twitch and hop between streams and see who's complaining, who's not, so they can pick up the content creator. Chat, I love this game. I can't wait to play this, really. I mean, the combat is so smooth. It's been such a pleasure to watch this stream, and I only hope I can bring that experience in front of you when the game comes out.
The open,
Really.
ever-changing world ensures exploration remains a vital activity. Join us as we traverse the breathtaking landscapes and uncover what the sands have hidden. Follow in the footsteps of the native Fremen and learn to overcome the deadly environment. Collect materials to craft a shelter, still suit, and your first vehicle, then venture into the desert. With a scanning module installed, you can scan for resources in smaller areas, or climb the highest peaks to launch a survey probe, revealing large swaths of terrain and important locations like shipwrecks or abandoned Imperial testing stations. Traverse difficult terrain with tools like the Shigawire.
We've seen that. Let me bring it down for a second, okay? Let's talk quickly. Let's talk quickly.
Your fleet of vehicles and upgrade them with new modules to suit your playstyle.
Okay, done. Right, chat, let's talk about it.
Of the iconic
So,
ornithopter.
combat. Now, zoom out. Zoom the fuck out. I feel like MMO always hit the 6 out of 10 mark at every system. It's like MMORPG is a collection of everything, which means it's great at nothing. It's like, you know, you can take out a single segment of MMO and make a whole genre out of it. Combat, it could be Counter-Strike, it could be Apex, it could be PUBG. Those games just rock and roll over anything we've seen so far. You can take Gathering and now extrapolate that into Minecraft, Valheim, fucking Enshrouded, like all of that. 10 times better than any of those systems packed together in any MMO. So what we're looking at right now is a combat worthy of MMO. I don't think we can compare it to any other single-player experiences, because they will always be better for the fact of how you distribute resources on a game like this. So is it good for MMO standards, that combat?
So we, of course, have heard your concerns. Thank you. So we know which troublemaker is actually sitting on the side here. I'll introduce him soon enough. Don't worry.
Coke Zero, very nice.
Anyway, we're gonna talk
I actually
about
crave one now too.
Structure. And also
I appreciate how he
play,
brought it to the
like,
stream.
because some of you were concerned.
What the G?
If someone starts head start.
Yeah, I'm not leaving
and
my
you,
friend behind, dude.
start later, can you still play with your friends? How is that gonna work for groups and guilds?
Yeah.
And all those things. And we're actually gonna talk about this. And here to talk about that is this troublemaker, Joel.
My name is Chris.
He doesn't have a microphone too?
Oh my God.
Come on.
Save me, please. No. The game director, you know him, you love him, maybe you hate him. I don't know. No, we'll love him.
I'm sure it'll be
Despite
both.
everything.
Equal elements of both, like yin and yang.
But you want to introduce yourself quickly anyway?
Okay, no one cares. So, if it's Eve, you kill them for daring to mine in your sovereign territory. The problem with Eve that I think there's like some kind of server domination. Like, there will be a huge guild that fucking rules the whole shit, and it throws the server off balance so much, no one wants to play it anymore. And we've seen that happening in, you know, in all sorts of games, like Throne and Liberty, take as an example. There will be a single guild dominating the whole landscape, and people will just quit the game.
That's true.
So I don't think this is the solution, but at the same time, I appreciate the sentiment.
There's a very cool infographic that someone made.
Yeah. I haven't played a lot of MMOs with action combat, so I can't really say. I'm thinking like literally Grand Theft Auto roleplay. A GTA RP. Because this reminded me so much of it. Like, you can shoot, run, explore, buy, build, craft, you know. It's just a different universe and different spectrum.
Structure, servers, worlds, all the good stuff.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
We've seen this
Talk to
before.
you about this, Natasha. So Dune Awakening has a very unique, somewhat different server structure to the type of games you'd expect. If you're a survival player, you're probably used to one map, one server. But Dune Awakening has kind of a larger server structure on the back end. So we have what we call worlds. Worlds are made up of multiple servers, which we call internally sieges.
Worlds are here.
When you join a siege,
Here.
you'll see
World
here in this
1,
infographic
2,
that
3, 4.
Hager Basin
Okay.
has this big stack of sieges. So when you sign up, you'll choose your world, and then you'll join a siege within that world. Each of those Hager Basin sieges contains maximum 40 players per map.
So layers.
But all of those maps add up to create the entire world. The deep desert, the social hubs like Harko Village and Arakeen, they are actually shared social spaces in the world. The deep desert being the big PvP area in the world.
Yeah.
And of course, like, so we're talking about, like, we have this 5-day head start. I know people are concerned. The thing is, you'll be able to join worlds that we open during that head start. We will also open more worlds when the game launches. But you can also join a siege in a world that isn't necessarily the same siege as your friend, but you'll be able to go and visit your friend. You'll be able to do a lot of stuff with your friend.
Okay, so it's cross-server.
It's kind of, you're not going to be locked out for the most part of any content when you join after the head start.
That makes sense.
Also, I would say get better friends and let them buy you the head start. That's
another thing. I got head start.
Good option.
Probably the only person that I know.
You also said 40 players per max per server or siege. What happens if someone joins anyway? If there's like
if more than 40 people try to join at one time, so it's concurrent users, so CCU, and that means that like then they'll be put into a queue to wait to join. So we can have more characters on a server than 40. We can have, you know, several hundred. But that means people play at different times of day when people join, so there will be a queuing system in place to allow people to wait in line to get
I
into
believe the
servers.
maximum number of players in a
And
desert is
you
close to
briefly just
600.
mentioned it, visiting. So you don't actually have to be on the same, or you don't have to start necessarily in the same server. There are some caveats to it, but let's talk a little bit more about that. How does visiting a friend on another server work?
Well, the first and most important step is to get a friend.
Well,
This is
okay.
often achieved by
Okay.
going to a
Well, let
cafe
me search for
or
one.
a
Okay.
movie
Wait.
theater
one
and
second.
just
He was
start
somewhere there.
conversation
Wait.
with a random stranger. Then once you have a friend and they are also into Dune Awakening, which is also a
Can't
big
find.
moment.
Fuck.
Oh, my mic. Sorry, I have tech support here because my mic sucks. Was I talking too loudly? Or
And also, it'd be good to have the visiting friends. We actually have a little.
Dude,
video
if you
or an
keep
asset
showing
that
the
shows
game
that too, how you can
in the
actually
light
visit
that
your
we've seen it
friends.
so far, I won't have
or
friends to
whatever.
play it
Make
with.
friends first.
Sorry, well, we can talk
He-
about make friends.
he's-
How
he's-
do you?
How about
do
did you
make friends?
did you
He's in
pre-order?
mode sexy mode now. So
Hobo,
now I-
come on,
first
don't
of
leave
all,
me
how I
alone
make
here.
friends
Come
is
on.
I talk to them in
Okay.
voice like this.
Now we have it there. Let's
Okay,
go.
so once you've made friends, and you can see friends automatically because they're added from your Steam list as well. So if you have them as a friend on Steam, they will show up in your friends list in the game automatically.
Yeah.
Then you go to the friends page. You simply click them and say, I want to visit this friend. It will teleport you to the nearest trade post to that friend because obviously teleporting directly to them would be exploitable in
Yeah.
infinite amounts of ways.
Yeah.
Once you're there,
That makes
you can
sense.
join up with your friend, do everything on that siege with them, except for one specific thing, and that is build. You can't claim land. You can build on their base.
Yeah, that
You
makes
can
sense.
give an ownership of their base and be able to build all the parts of their base, but you don't own the specific land claim. And that's just for database reasons. We need to make sure that we control how many people build in
Yeah.
different locations. And then, of course, when you want to go home, you just push escape and choose return to home dimension, and it will take
Don't
you
have PC.
Right, and you can also do
Maybe
contact
GeForce Shadow.
journey steps like with your friends that way as well. That will kind of carry over when you go back to your home world. as
Yeah,
well.
all of the
Or
content
I
home
think this
server.
is the name,
is
GeForce
accessible
Shadow or
with this
GeForce
visiting
Now.
feature, so
I
you
can't
can
remember the
basically do
name, but
everything.
the PC in the
Everything
cloud.
You could do in a group. You can do, on someone else's world. You can do it in your own world. So there is this cross-play feature for everyone. You'll be able to, work together. So I think people are concerned about like, oh, I won't be able to meet my friends who started, but this shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to play with
Nice.
people, even if you're not in the
You see,
same
guys, you can
exact
play on
siege when you
early start
playing.
servers with me.
Right. So we have talked about playing with your friends. Obviously, you can play solo, but then there's the usual things that you have in games: groups, guilds. Maybe Leo can talk a little bit about what kind of options are there to play with your friends
Leo-chan.
besides visiting.
Let's
like,
go.
your server.
Yeah, so let's start with groups. So we saw that a bit earlier in the previous
Great
segment,
cardigan,
right,
dude.
With group combat. So groups are temporary social structures of up to 4 people. And,
4.
And they come with some benefits like seeing your group member status on the HUD. You see them as markers on the map.
Groups with benefits, huh?
Yeah,
Groups,
Love those. Love
Yeah.
those.
the best ones.
convenient.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you're getting
So,
low.
and then you
yeah.
have standard features like chat connected to that as well. And yeah, makes it more convenient to game with your friends.
Wow,
Nice.
Leo, could you go deeper into chat?
Deeper into chat, yes. So this is a groundbreaking feature that we've developed.
Yeah,
Never seen
But-
before in online.
but
games.
it's disabled
More
by
importantly,
default.
more important question, but thank you, Joel.
Yeah.
Like, how many people can be in a group?
It's
Or
really
4.
bad
Yes,
that they
right.
disabled the voice
Possibly
chat.
plus 3 additional ones, right?
Yeah,
yes. Compared to guilds.
So guilds are more of long-term social structures, right? So you can be up to 32 players in a guild, and they're structured with hierarchies where you have one leader, any number of officers to help manage the guild, and then a roster of members as well. And guilds, they of course also have this groundbreaking chat feature like that we have.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Unbelievable.
And, yeah, and both parties or groups and the guilds, they are across the world, right? So if you meet some people in the deep desert and you want to game together, you can do that. It doesn't matter if you're on different servers. Still
Okay.
works fine.
Me poor,
And then,
800 month does
something
not go
else you can
far
also
after
do
bills.
with
I
the
feel you,
guilds
dude.
is that
100%
once
feel you.
you
Don't worry about it.
through, individual
You're doing just
faction alignment far enough, you can actually align your character.
You can always
to,
become streamer.
a specific
Join the
faction,
crowd.
and, as a continuation of that, you can pledge the allegiance of your guild to one of the major houses. So either
Now, Leo,
Yeah.
you like to be in Atreides, but I like to be a Harkonnen. And
For
if we're,
sure.
if we're in a guild together, and you pledge allegiance to the Atreides, Lord, what's going to happen to me?
You're gonna get booted, right?
Oh
You
shit!
can make a guild with me. I'm hardcore too. So
Really?
that's fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hardcore,
Let's just
hardcore. We have to shave our
let's go
heads, but we're
hardcore.
good.
Yeah,
We're good.
Yeah.
Totally
Don't
fine.
allow mixed guilds.
totally okay. No mixed skills.
No house mixing in this game.
Yeah.
We talked about chat. When you talk about chat, you mean actually text chat. However, we do actually have proximity chat as well.
We do have proximity voice chat as
proximity
well.
voice chat. Yes,
Common
I think.
feature of survival games.
Off by default, so that you don't have to be annoyed by
Yeah,
the
that's
person
the
running
that's
fast swearing.
it's a
But what is it?
downside.
Anyway,
You
I
can
think
turn
it's
it
fine.
on.
It
I think,
shouldn't be
yeah,
default
with
off.
proximity is
Chat's
fun. You
fine.
just,
It's
you know,
super fun.
we
Shouldn't
gotta
be.
protect the people's
No.
ears.
I know. No,
No.
I mean, it's good that you can choose.
No.
Some
Yeah,
people
you
don't
can
like
choose.
it, some people enjoy it.
No.
So you can choose. But what we also see there is edit
It should be on
permission.
all
so
the
when
time.
we talk about guilds, we do actually have a whole permission system in the game for a whole lot of things, right? Like, tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah,
Leo.
so survival games commonly have this type of bases, right, that you can build in the world, and we have that as well. And we have a longer term persistence than most survival games. So we needed some robust way of sharing access to certain type of assets in the game, right? Like bases, but also vehicles. So here we also have this hierarchical type of system similar to what we have in guilds.
Most games, yeah. Yeah.
So here you can see on screen now for vehicles, for example, where you can add your friends to a list. Which
What?
gives them some type of access.
You can
what
have a
you want
fleet
to
of
build in
vehicles?
so
That's fucking
They can be
awesome.
associates or they can be co-owners.
Nice.
So it's
I
a
like
sharing
that.
system for bases and vehicles. And the way
It would be
rank,
great if they
works is that
explained
it
here
comes
what it
with a
means.
certain
So what does
specific
owner
rights.
do, what
So,
co-owner
for
does,
example,
etc. You know what I mean? Because
for
I don't know
removing,
what kind
the
of impact it
sub-responsible
has.
that you see, you require owner level permission, so only the owner.
Kinda
of
mixed on the
subs can
game.
do that.
So make
don't
sure
want,
you
you
give.
don't want anyone else doing
No,
that.
you make sure you
I
give the
don't have
right
a choice, dude.
permissions To,
Yeah.
Again, the friends that you can actually.
I've already
trust.
paid.
Be careful. And then we also have this additional level that you can control the specific access level required for each object in your base. So take a door, for example. If you want to set that to only be accessible by you as an owner,
Yeah.
you can do that. If you want to set it to be accessible by co-owners or associates, you can do that. But then we also have 2 additional levels. So you can set a door or machine or anything like that to be accessible by any guild member.
I like that.
Or
I
also by the
like
public.
it.
If you
This
wanna
part is great.
Be nice to the travelers.
I think
or
building in
let
this
them
game
buy,
will be a
give them
huge
some
part of the
shelter.
experience.
We actually have seen that in the beta. We have like several beta players who just build bases and then open it up to everyone, especially like at the beginning to new players. So they can come in, they can get some water, they can get some basic resources and just you can do that. You can be a nice.
Oh, really?
nice
That's
guy or
You
oh.
can
a
trap them
nice
and kill
person.
them. That's
Yes.
also.
I mean,
Ah,
that's the
yeah.
other thing, right?
Lure them in and fuck them up.
Depending on-
Easy.
Walk us through how the permission system works for the erotic role-playing crowd.
Role playing.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
so
another stream, I think.
Let's move on.
Okay, let's
Oh,
go.
come on,
Let's
we
get
know they're a huge
into
audience.
What do you mean? You
when
don't
we
like
go into
Goldshire?
this level of control that we
Racist?
have over permissions, and it can be a little bit like intimidating almost if you go intimidating. You know what is it now?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I understand.
Anyway,
You're intimidating. I get it. You scare me.
I'm intimidated.
Yeah.
So it can be a little bit intimidating because it feels like a lot of work, but there's actually a more streamlined option that you can do as well, and it makes it a bit more easier to set all these permissions.
Yeah, so we have a lot of assets tied to Joel's scenario here that he painted, and you want to
Assets
give.
tied.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to give access to a lot of bases and
I see what he
vehicles,
did there.
Used for his scenario.
I see that.
Then
Yeah.
you can open the profile
Nice.
for a friend, for example, that you want to give access to a lot of assets. And it's a simple list where you can click, okay, I want to give this person access to that base, and these 3 vehicles, and it's done from a distance. So it's very
Desperation
convenient to
kicked
set up.
in. You know.
Absolutely.
No. It's just
Cool. I think
copium,
this is
okay?
actually- oh no, we have actually one last thing. We have a little overview visual that shows where in the world we have our
Our
worlds.
server farms.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Oh.
So, I mean, this is where we're going to have
So
servers.
what?
at launch
What?
across the world.
What?
So
Why
people
do they
can-
get
I mean,
3
the one in
servers?
Australia,
There's like
actually a
10
ton on the
kilometers
East Coast
between
because
each other.
it's
What the
in
fuck is this?
And I see that the Australian name is in the wrong place, but that's okay. I don't
It's
expect.
fine. We're
I don't
only
expect
talking.
it-
We're,
no one-
ta- we're
no
only
one- no one
talking
in the
top
Northern
level.
Hemisphere gives a shit
It's
about my
fine.
country.
We're not
But
talking
it's-
about the actual locations right now.
But
We're
we
just
will
talking
have
about high
we
level.
will have servers in all of these countries and locations, so people.
Europe is not
people
country,
will have the
kurva.
best possible ping.
You know what I mean?
I think the most screwed people are in South Africa. But we also believe that because they don't know where they parked their car because they're South African and they speak Afrikaans, they can connect quickly to us.
I love
That's
this,
fine.
dude.
It's fine. That's usually the best ping for that.
Holy fuck, I love that.
Okay, but you'll see. We'll have
Yeah.
tons of options for you to choose from.
He's
to
a
make sure you
straight
have,
shooter, man.
Competitive ping at least.
He doesn't give a
PvP,
fuck,
of
man.
course, very important. since
Oh,
we have
dude.
Quite a lot of people interested in PvP as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's it for the actual
Yeah,
segments.
we're moving to FAQ
Joel,
now.
Thank you so much for your contribution to this stream. We always appreciate it.
It was a pleasure to be here.
I'll
today.
be talking to HR tomorrow, but
No,
it's
he's your.
again. It's like my
What?
10th complaint. No, also Leo, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
your time
and,
as well.
He's got red on the face.
Shortly,
Look,
we'll see you again shortly.
he
Because,
knows he
after a
crossed
quick
it.
break, We actually go into our Q&A.
He knows he's fucked,
we will
dude.
Be back. Joel will unfortunately not be here for the Q&A. We will have him on the stream again.
Yeah,
Don't
and
worry about it.
to the
Once he
audience,
calmed a little bit down from his caffeine overdose. I don't know.
To the audience, I hope you enjoyed the dry humor. That's how we roll on Arrakis, you
The
know.
vibing, the dry
I was,
humor on
I was
our
just super keen to do this live stream today.
Oh dear God. Okay, yeah. Let's just
Ah.
go with the video. Beautiful.
This
All
guy
right.
rolls. Really, I love that.
By the way.
He's gonna smack his ass the minute the video is on. Yeah, yeah. Now is the pump. Yeah, he's gonna smash him. All right. What's this? I mean, the world looks beautiful. Come on, chat. Like you have to give them something. I think this game will be, most of it will be like some kind of survival game, a builder game in which you explore. I don't think this game is supposed to be a theme park MMO. Like, it's not even a sandbox MMO. It's just like a survival MMO. I don't know how to classify that, but I really don't think... So we complained about the combat, but what I really believe is that combat is not the focus of this game. That's why it doesn't look good. The music... Look, they have Hans Zimmer making music for this shit. They hired entire orchestra in the second best music studio in the world, here in London, to make music for this game. Okay? They pulling ideas from one of the most successful franchise in the world. They don't give a shit about how you swing the knife. That's the least of their worries. I really think that. And so if you come into this game with expectations that you're gonna have the fights of your life, you will be disappointed. See, look, we're watching a video that's selling the game. Look what they are showing us. Landscapes, flying, warm, lighting. You see, like, it's all about ambience. It's not about the game. Like, I know, yeah. I just don't want to arrive at the point in which market commonly agrees that only the franchise carries the game, because everything else is just mediocre. That would be dead to that title, and I don't wish that to them, like, at all. I really want them to bring something new to the market. Like, this game is a beast. It's huge. And I only wish them the best, really. And of course I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna give my honest feedback, but we'll see how that
Welcome back,
goes.
everyone. we are still preparing a few things behind the scenes for our Q&A.
Yeah.
But I have now Viljar and Leo back to answer your questions. Before we do that, again, for those of you who have joined us a bit later, you might have heard about the fact that we have been moving the release date of Dune Awakening.
Yes.
3 weeks back to the 10th of June with a head start starting on the 5th of June.
Yes.
Which
Look,
is not
they are
causing
looking for
any
hate in the
concern.
comments.
It's really
Look,
just because
look,
we want to add
look.
some more polish to some of the things in the game, and it gives that opportunity. Additionally, we also will have the opportunity to do a large-scale beta. So many of you will have the chance to actually try out the game for themselves.
Yes.
That
Me included.
won't be under an NDA, so we will be able to
Nice.
show, you'll be able to stream, you'll be able to do videos.
Nice.
and
Chat, we're
all
playing
that
the
good
game middle
stuff.
May. No matter
But
what.
Actually, I have a question for you.
So
too. Like,
follow
what
follow
is
me,
your
okay?
favorite
If you
thing
want to see
in
the game,
to do when you
best
actually play? When you
player
look
in
at
the
it as a
world, right
player,
here.
Like,
I promise.
Like turn off your developer brain. Is that working? Does that actually work? Can you do that and play the game? And if you do that, what is your favorite thing to do?
So for me, I love the fact that the game is so much more than one thing. It's not just a game about combat. It's like we have all these
It's-
different
it's
elements.
nothing,
We have
yeah.
the way that we harvest.
See,
both
exactly what I said at the
just
break.
water and
See?
resources,
Look,
things like that. Then you
listen
can
to the guy.
mix it up and go do an ecolab like we just
Yeah.
saw. And then I really like how things come together. You might be driving away from a sandworm and then suddenly there's a sandstorm on the way. You drive past
Exploration.
an enemy camp and they start shooting at you.
Yeah.
Suddenly you run out.
Survival.
And you try to take care of them. You get hit by heat stroke, and then it's like, okay, the sandstorm was upon me. I have to
Survival.
find shelter, but I also have to take out these enemies. Like I like fast games where you have a lot of second-to-second decisions to make, and I think that our game beautifully supports that.
What about you, Leo?
I didn't
Yeah,
feel
so
that.
I actually started a new playthrough last week, playing quite a bit, and what I'm really enjoying now is setting up my base production facilities and the related mining activities that come from that. So
Chat.
especially the vehicle mining.
And I kind of don't care what he's doing in the game right now. Chat, do you suppose they are just doing an average job at selling the game, and when we actually put it on our own screens, we're gonna be blown away?
You mentioned that to
Is
me
that
earlier,
cope?
actually, when we talked a little
Or
bit
is that
before.
possibility
I
at all?
agree with that, we have both the combat aspect that is very like, nerve-wracking, can be like get your pulse up, and then we have the mining who can be actually very
Because
fun,
you
those
like
kinds of
watching the combat, you couldn't feel how the player needs to make those second-to-second decisions, right?
Time and effort trying to make the harvesting, the cutter rate, to make it work and be, like you said, like sand-like and everything like that. And although there is some progression on the patterns that you harvest from, but it still needs to be sand-like. Because the thing is, hopefully you'll be playing this game for thousands of hours, and having something that is that intense all the time,
Yeah.
I just didn't think that would be right for the
No,
game.
I
it's
hope-
exhausting,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I mean,
So
I'd
you have
hope
combat
so, I
to get
guess.
that experience, but then
Thousands
if you
of
wanna relax
hours.
a little bit and just chill, you can, as you say, go with your buggy and harvest.
Okay.
Yeah, so what's going on right now is that
Fuck.
I'm looking, okay, what's the next tech that I want to get to, right? Okay, what do I need for that? I need this thing, this thing, this thing. Oh, I have these already, right? I went out to some...
Okay. So before they jump into FAQ, we can kind of continue the yapping a bit.
hop in my buggy and I drive out and I...
Chat, have you played Minecraft?
Yeah.
Turns into an adventure.
Come on, who here played Minecraft? There has to be one person at least, right?
Lost my bike yesterday, but...
Oh yeah,
back
I know
to
that feeling. I think everyone goes through that at least once. So
Yeah.
like it's just kind
Like
of
it's just it's kind of bad to not play. Yeah.
But I think we're actually ready for the questions. Another thing I just wanted to mention.
So how many times in Minecraft had you had the moment?
The weird things
Oh,
that can happen.
Okay, so what now?
We saw that, like, actually you posted that, I think, where you were
Okay,
driving
like
through
okay,
the
so you had an idea for a house.
and there was,
You
like, a
build the
crash,
house, and you're
one
like,
of the
okay,
dynamics
so
that
now,
can
so
crash
what
and,
now?
like, crash down onto
And
the
then you
dynamics
like,
because
oh,
I
maybe I'm
was
gonna
like,
tame a
okay,
horse.
this is
Okay,
like-
well you go, you
and
bring the
like,
horse,
it's
and
coming down.
okay,
It's
so
like
so
these
what
moments
now?
like this that I
And
find
you keep running of those
very
answers eventually.
fun, like these type of things.
Because that honeymoon, that newness of the title just runs dry, and then you lose the purpose, and you quit the game before you even clocked like 200 hours in it.
Connect to as their home dimension, or
And I'm afraid, like, he's saying that we're gonna have all those fucking systems, all those tech to unlock. But the question is, why? Like, why do it? And if there's no why, there's no purpose, this loses meaning and you quit the game. And I only worry about the why. Like, why do I play this game?
Before you start, so you pick the right one.
And I hope I can find my why very quickly and keep it going.
I'm gonna butcher these usernames again. I apologize beforehand.
It's fine. Just say cocksucker 321. It's fine.
CF Olsen. If you already align to one house, can you later change it to align with the same house as the guild is? So basically, if you can change, right? If your guild is another alignment.
Yeah, you can. You can betray your house.
But only once.
Once. They won't take that lightly, so you better think about this really carefully. Like, you align your first.
Okay.
It's frowned upon.
Yep. They don't like that.
Last time they showed questions on the screen, that was much better.
76 asks, can you progress far without PvP, or is this game mainly
Listen,
going to
listen, Hobo, listen.
So you can play in the survival area, the survival game map that we have, which is 8 by 8 kilometers, and you don't have to PvP at all in that. Now going to the deep desert, you don't have to PvP. It's just that you run the risk of PvP. And as what I talked about earlier is that we have all these tools where you can quickly get away. So the goal was that people who don't want to PvP may still go there for the loot, but be on the lookout for enemies coming, and then just drive away really fast, or you using your ornithopter as you would to get away, or if you get jumped, use your abilities to get away. So we didn't want to have people be ganked very early on, and we thought that, well, at this point you played the game for 100 hours, so you probably know your way around the disruptor, right? So when you get there, people who will PvP you, but they will actually meet people who know how to play the game. So that was the goal. Now,
that's a good design choice.
To love that, but PvP, but you can then run away. As I said, you don't have to engage with them to get the things.
It's almost as if you decide to opt into PvP, you actually put yourself under higher risk than someone that says, I'm only going to play PvE in the game. And also, we haven't actually talked about the end game and the launch route system, which does have PvP, but you can actually also influence that with PvE as well. So it's not all PvP at all. So there's a lot of options for PvE players as well.
Yeah, definitely. You can play the game for hundreds, thousands of hours without engaging in PvP.
Can I ask them a question in the stream? Wait.
Oh my god, now I'm outing myself as an old
wait,
woman.
Dune?
Unpaid
How do I...
taxi,
Funcom.
that is the name, that's fantastic.
Are there any...
Unpaid Taxi asks, is the slow blade automatic?
Are there any plans to improve the combat?
We have two main
Melee
attacks for
looks
the blade,
weak.
like the basic ones, if you don't have any skills or abilities associated with it. So we have the quick
Are there any
attack,
plans to improve
and
the
then
AI?
We call it the stab, even though it's, with
Because it's a joke.
You can do the slow blade there. So you can do the quick attack, which is effective to stagger enemies.
Okay, I'll
so
change
you
it.
get time to actually deliver the slow blade. Now, if you use the slow
wait,
blade
wait,
on
wait,
an
wait.
unshielded enemy, you will have a quick in.
Is there... Wait, okay, so are there any plans to improve the NPC AI because it feels underwhelming and boring? There you go. There you go. They won't show the question. They won't show the question, no fucking way.
If you do a stab, so to speak.
Araki Central, observe the Boże!
You do it as a special attack, so it's a
Cock
special,
stubborn człowieku. Araki Central, I love the game. I'm sorry, no, I mean the question is... There's no question, it's perfect. Actually, yes, I love the game. Please give me the partnership. No, it's fine.
Exactly.
You look for opportunity, right? And there, I can get the timing and right. Okay, now I
Yeah,
have, now I get
look, someone replied to my comment, look.
It takes quite a long time to actually execute.
Look, it's gonna come up on the screen in a minute,
so
look.
You have to make sure your enemies either staggered or they do something that they don't immediately can retaliate, right?
Wait,
so I think that's
it's coming.
I think I can explain what I tried to say earlier.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you go against an unshielded enemy,
Look, here,
you
got it.
hold for a bit, so it will be akin to...
Looked to be low level AI, to be honest.
And then you'll do it
I'm
fast,
telling you,
whereas with
like,
the slow blade,
I know
you
what
go
I'm
fast
seeing,
in,
dude.
And then the slow is on the when you actually connect through the
Yeah.
shield. So that's how
So
that works.
yes, actually that's correct because you have the
Araki
heavy
Central, I
attack
hope you're
plus the
having a
slow
great day,
blade,
by the
and
way.
those happen
Love you.
differently, like if you're up against a shielded enemy or not a shielded enemy. That's kind of what you
like
meant.
the procedure to trigger it is the same. It's just that it's contextual whether someone has a shield or not.
Yeah.
Please don't pick me.
I really need glasses, I think, or better. Sorvina Savage.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
not
that's
you.
fine.
Sorvina
Oh my
Savage.
god, if
I
she
also,
read
like,
that
I'm-
question out loud, yeah,
To my
Pierdole.
defense, I'm actually also sitting
Dude.
further away than Leo, for example. It's like a really nice angle to
No,
the
don't do it.
I'm cheating a
Do you
bit
lose-
over here.
Okay.
Do you lose durability on melee weapons? Do you lose more durability on melee weapons than range to offset ammunition use of ranged weapons? That's a good question. Like,
That's
a very
extremely detailed. I don't have the answer for that. And as we balance things, that might go up and down.
Yeah.
I don't have the exact numbers.
the
for that.
numbers.
And I don't think it's a major concern, at least the
No,
difference, right?
it shouldn't be. It's not.
Ammo is fairly cheap, so you will loot some of
true.
it, and the rest you will just pull out your cut array, harvest a couple of scrap metal piles, and then you have plenty so that you can quickly craft them on your person.
Yeah.
So it's pretty trivial.
It's not actually a resource that's very important.
Do you
compared to,
lose
like,
more
stamina,
durability on melee weapons
ability
than
cooldowns and other
range?
things, right?
Yeah.
In the
Who
context.
cares?
Black Lion Apps is
Okay.
asking, can I swap active skills during combat?
So you can swap your skills. However,
Oh.
if you're on cooldown, you'll not be allowed to swap them.
Okay, I got a question that might be featured actually. Can you
that's
easily
easy one.
reset
Tyler's asking, can I learn
talents
all skills available
and
in the game?
respec
So lots of
into
super
something
so
else
You cannot,
without
actually.
being
you can go
punished?
pretty far down in
There you go.
several of them, or you can go to the end of a few.
Res-
of them, but you
not
won't be able
respect
to
by
get all the
respect, but
skills
it's
from
fine.
all the
I made a
troops.
typo. It's okay. They're gonna get it.
We had that at one point that we were able to get everything, but then we made it much more interesting also with the I call them cornerstones, but the capstones,
capstones, yeah.
capstone skills, yeah. So
Yeah.
you actually will have to make decisions in terms of where do you spend your points.
Exactly.
I personally really like that. I think it's more interesting as well. That's Serena's match again.
We got a
Will
good question.
NPCs pick targets based on threats, closest player, or use tactics?
Again, that's also quite specific. I wish Alex
Yeah,
was
because
here.
that's where the game is,
So
dude.
they're like with these things. There's always a
Nuances.
combination
It's all
of
about the
things. So it's like,
details,
well,
man.
Someone might have a higher threat at a longer distance. Who do you deal with? So we have weighted this, so it's like it should feel natural. The way that it works, but again, I don't have the exact numbers for how that's balanced.
The thing is, I actually asked Alex that question. I think
They didn't
yesterday,
ask
during one of
about
our
the
chats
exact
as well, and he
numbers.
said
All-
what you just said too, though. Like, the NPCs are actually taking several aspects into consideration. How far is the
Okay.
player away? How much damage? How big of a threat
Okay,
is that?
so that's better
character?
answer.
Like, what kind of
Yeah,
abilities
she's
did
on the
they
roll.
use
Yeah, perfect.
previously and all that. So there's quite of a
Thanks,
complex
Natasha.
mechanic behind how NPCs
But
will react to you.
they
and
do
how
have
use it.
tactics.
Like,
they
we're not
change how
asking
they
you to
play
read out
depending on
the
if there's one
code
ability
logic,
and
okay?
if there's
All I
more-
fucking want to know
more
is just a
and
like brief answer
depending
to
on
it.
difficulty, we'll scale it so that the second NPC might not be as aggressive in the early game as they would be in the later game, for instance.
Armored Scooter. Armored Scooter is asking, will soda cars be killable, or are they meant to be the ultimate enemy?
So we
I don't have
the sort of
answer to that.
dropships, but
Come
some
on.
mercenaries drop from them. So you will kill them, but they are not proper
Okay.
Sardo car.
You're just not important enough early on,
Yeah,
specifically
exactly.
that
I
they
Thought
would
she
deal
said
with
some
you.
stuff was still under NDA.
Sent there.
If you kill
I don't know, maybe. I missed that then.
It's not.
I was
the
talking
normal,
probably.
approach.
Like I always do, fuck.
You won't-
Maybe you'll have to find out.
They're not part of the normal NPC roster, so to speak.
Can I pose the same question again? Let me get the same question.
Asks, are there any hunter seekers?
Wait, let me try to find it.
Indeed, they are the last ability in one of the trees.
Yes,
I could
we
tell
actually-
you which tree, but I'm not going to.
Wait, can I find it?
No,
Nah,
we
it's
don't
probably
do
long
that.
gone,
But
right?
We've actually shown the hunter seeker in a few gameplay or in like
Fuck.
early videos.
Yeah.
Should I drill the
We haven't
hole?
shown the hunter seeker today in the combat sections. Actually, we used other abilities. but
Yeah.
it's absolutely in the
We
game.
used its sibling, the Assault Seeker.
Yes, exactly. The one you saw the ability that.
Yeah.
How can I
was
ask
in the
that
solo
so
game for
they
this
actually
show.
feel
But yes,
compelled
you do
to
have
show
one
the
to
question?
Wonder Drakias is asking, can you extract blood from enemies like they do in the movies?
Yes, you can indeed.
Okay,
It's,
so I'm gonna pull it
you
up
will be
here
doing
so
that
you
a
can
lot
watch.
as
All right,
as
let
you
me.
build
There we
your,
go.
your base,
I just need grog,
you
okay?
you refine blood to
I
actually use
need
as
to
well
ask
for
a
things that you
question
craft and also
to
for
the
hydration.
Dune developers,
You kind of start with a
Okay.
rusty needle and the bag at the
Um,
beginning, and then.
but
you
I don't
kinda-
know
Yeah,
to be
always.
polite
as you,
about
as
it.
You learn more
Help.
secrets to the desert. You
Yeah,
might
exactly.
also
Are you
learn a few
planning
more.
to make
You can
the
even
NPC
bring it
AI any better
It
because
will hydrate
they
you, but there are
act
some side effects.
like
Yeah, it's not
morons
super advice, but you can also
and
what I
pose
personally hate,
no
you can also
challenge
use more
whatsoever?
dips, a little bit
This
of
is
blood.
true. You can. You can
It's
you can
boring.
harvest the mood dips as
Let's
well.
see.
You do what
Not
you have
okay.
to do.
Not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. Just putting it out there right now. Slucker.
Potential
Can you
cash shop is
attack
under the
players
way.
of your same faction?
There won't be cash shop.
Yes, you can.
There's literally no cash shop, no pay to win, nothing. No monetization
what I
like
think
that
I
whatsoever.
mentioned earlier is that in a group.
Look, even
you
Grok
won't
doesn't know.
damage much to your friends in your group, but the people in your guild, who may be attached to a faction, you can damage
Look,
them when you're
look,
in a PvP area.
it's fucking stuck, dude.
All right. That was it for today.
Oh, come
Lilio and Leo,
on.
again, thank you so much for your time and for sitting down with us to
Oh,
chat
God
about
damn
Dune
it, chat.
Awakening. So much for your time
Fuck.
and for sitting down with us
Gronk
to
d-
chat
yeah,
about
Grok's
Dune
taking a
Awakening.
day off, I think.
Super exciting. Thanks for answering questions. Thanks for talking about your segments as well. And thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for putting up with
Arigato
our hiccups
gozaimasu.
here and there.
Yoroshiku
We'll improve over time with our
onegaishimasu.
second
Hi.
stream. We'll have more coming up. Also, of course, more opportunities for you to ask questions. You can still pre-order the game. You can wishlist the game.
Chad,
on
you
Steam.
Chad, you got it?
Follow us on our social channels.
You can
Dune
still
Awakening
order the
for
game.
all
Come
of
on.
them.
Come on. I need
And,
friends in the
as
game,
always,
please.
stay hydrated.
Please.
And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.
You
Bye.
get me.
Thanks for watching.
Please.
Thank you.
Bye.
Don't leave me alone. Oh, dude. No, thanks so. I mean, look, like we might be KWing, okay? We might be laughing here and there. I think overall the game has great potential. Like really, I mean, it is what it is out of 10, of course, but like we have to remember it's a multi-layered game. It's an MMO, which is never gonna be on par with games that represent individual segment of the MMO experience. So you can't compare combat to fucking Elder Scrolls Online. You can't compare crafting to Minecraft. You can't compare building to, I don't know, fucking Valheim, right? It's not how it works, dude. So, like, we have to go easy on them on that, but it doesn't matter. We can't say when it's shit. Okay? Oh, wait, Grok helped me. Okay. He wrote me an email. I got email back from Grok. I'm really enjoying, okay? And I appreciate all the work you've put into creating such an immersive experience. One area I noticed, okay. Oh, kurwa. Wait. 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 Copy. What is this? Why do I have CSS code in here? What the... Jesus. Grog, what the fuck is wrong with you today, man? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think we got it. We got it, chat. Yeah. He wrote me an email because it took that long to talk around. Okay? Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it like that. Thank you. All right. Well, hopefully we get a response. I don't know. Maybe look, If we keep going at it, we might even get content creator program. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, because it is what it is. Chat. I mean, look. So this is great. Hey, we watched live stream. This was the first time I've ever done a thing like this with you, chat. What do you think? Should we? What is this? What the fuck? Should we stream more interviews like this? Because I know, like, Ashes of Creation is doing those streams. I know Scars of Honor, the Pioneer. Like, all those games do, like, live interviews. I'm happy to watch them with you if you like that. It really just depends whether you enjoy those streams, you know what I mean? Yeah. There we go. So, chat, before we wrap it up, like, let me know the feedback, by the way, okay? That, first of all, let me know the feedback. But also, just so you know, tomorrow, we are streaming 7 a.m. London time, okay? Hobokun, you have to wake up. It will be the event of your life. So, tomorrow we're streaming. If you go to events on the Discord, you will see the time in your local zone. In your local time zone. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay. So, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna go through fucking events. And I will give you a spoiler because you're so fucking nice that you came today. Like, all of a sudden, I didn't ask for your presence at all. Tomorrow I'm asking. Tomorrow I'm demanding. But today, that was spontaneous. Now, so, we got some news. Dude, we got some fucking news. Camelot Unchained remerged. Okay? It remerged from fucking Void with some update. A game that everyone deemed lost. Scam. Bullshit. No, they're still alive, dude. We have a new Pixel Sandbox game. Okay? Nesaseku. We got new Tibia-like MMO. Big Dick Tibia-like MMO. We have Pokemon MMO to watch. We have classic Guild Wars update. Big Dick update. 50 plus new weapons, man. We dude, we have YouTube, like, man, tomorrow we're streaming for 8 hours. Yeah, this is going to be crazy, bitch. Yeah, telling you. So it's gonna be awesome. Like, tomorrow will be great. Oh, I forgot, dude. We need to pull it up. Wait, yeah, Niryu knows that shit. Look, we have to talk about this tomorrow. We have to fucking talk about this tomorrow. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. So let me I will pull up Reddit. Don't come here like no one cares about my Reddit actually. So that's fine. But mmorpg Reddit. We're gonna go here and we're gonna type in Lineage 3. And then so yeah, we're gonna go for this and we're gonna save that for tomorrow. Okay, I can't even, like, I don't know where to begin describing my excitement. Yeah, so it's gonna be awesome. I don't go to bed till 2 p.m. My cock will be awake most likely. Good. We need your cock awake. Yes. So yeah, I'll be in the office. QQ. Fireland's sick. It's fine. Tell them you have to play the game. Yeah. You tell them you need to brew a potion. And for that, you need to go and gather some poisonous ivy from the desert and whatever. And yeah, like it takes time, you know what I mean? So you're not gonna be on time. Just impossible. Guild Wars looks good, and others are just not my style as far as art design. And so yeah, I try to play everything. And the only reason I try to play everything is because look, I will show you. So chat, here is why. Let me see, 1 second. Okay. So chat, here is why I play as many MMORPGs as possible. Every new MMORPG that we play, okay, like literally fucking every MMO, all of those, you got ad. Okay. So I will go back and do that again, just for Hobo. I actually promised that every time there is an ad, we take a break. And I never do that. So this time around, I will stick to my word. They are raiding Pirate Software. I didn't even notice, but it did change to Pirate Software stream. That's true. So yeah, that's so awesome. I don't know if it's ironic or not, but yeah, it happened. That's true. Yeah. We got 20 seconds of ads. And when I explain why I play so many MMOs, I'm gonna go offline, okay, chat? So you better get ready. This will be the send-off you deserve, because you are being awesome today. Thank you so much. Chat, I will quickly bring this up. Like, look at this. Look, I'm not even kidding. I posted this on Discord. 40% of you joined in the last 28 days. Do you understand the growth? This is unbelievable. In 1 month, we got 40% growth of the channel. 140%. You get me? That's insane. All right. Anyway. So the reason why I play all those MMOs, right? Because I really believe that, you know, every MMO, like literally every MMO, like imagine, you know, this every dot is like, I don't know, some kind of MMO. It can be anything, old, new, yeah, bad or good, 3D, 2D, indie, AAA. It doesn't matter, because what I'm looking for, okay, what I'm looking for is as many points of reference so that when I connect them, looking back, retrospectively, I get a full picture. And so it's very important to me to experience as much as possible, because those little individual experiences, they shape my point of view. It's, you know how Steve Jobs said that you can't connect dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backwards. And this is exactly what I'm doing. So I'm trying to not be extra fussy unless the game is like completely against my my some kind of like aesthetic preferences, like really. Okay, I know. Great example, Foxhole. The reason why I haven't played Foxhole with my friend Niryu is because it's World War II, kind of like theme, the war theme, and I really don't like the artillery, all that crap. I'm more at the medieval fantasy person. Okay, and so I struggle to like it, even on the before I even begin, but other times like I am quite open to experiences. Okay. Yeah. And so, look, I even gonna bring this up. Wait. Libla! Kurva. 1 second, chat. Because I got my notepad on the other screen. 1 second. This is not a dig, by the way. This is the Dune Awakening map. Because we are in the Dune Awakening category right now. So, yeah, we have to stay relevant or we get banned, okay? It is what it is. So, yeah, let me maybe make it a bit more, yeah. So I was thinking lately about my experience with MMOs. Dude, why the fuck are we talking about this now? We should be talking about this tomorrow. But anyway, very quickly. I was thinking about my experiences with games lately, because I've been frustrated with Final Fantasy, Elder Scrolls Online. I quit Throne and Liberty. I loved Apogea. I played, like, Ethereal Echoes of Yore and Core Punk. And I played everything. So many games, just unbelievable. Like, yeah, crazy. And there are things I like and don't like, and there's like all those little points that I just drew behind in the background. They essentially come together to this. Xeotran-kun and Redinki-kun, by the way, I see you. I see you for who you are. You're beautiful, okay? I'm just trying to not get interrupted. 1 second, okay? Although fuck off. Okay. So yeah. So we gotta. So yeah. I think those dots that I just drew in the background, they are essentially those bullet points in here, okay? I learned that I prefer simple lore over convoluted lore or multi-layered lore. Like, I don't want Game of Thrones kind of lore in MMO. It's too much, okay? At the same time, I like how WoW had those bunch of individual quests, like those quest chains, that made up a whole world. For example, think about the entire quest chain with Edwin Van Cleef. It was probably one of my favorite quest chains in the history of MMOs. It shows you literally the history of like a character transformation, how a normal stonemason who worked hard to build Stormwind got turned into a vigilante, and how he started to go against the king and all of that. Crazy little story. Barely anyone knows about it. I love that stuff. I don't need this huge glorified lore that there is this fucking army of evil, the god himself, and I'm the one to kill him. Like, dude, calm down. It's going to be okay. Okay? It's going to be just fine, right? Yeah. So, you either go for simple lore or like small little bunch of stories that make up the world. Just like you have in IRL, pretty much. Like, you have your little quests in life, right? And they make up you. So yeah, there's that, okay? Gameplay can't be mindless. Literally compare WoW Classic or Apogea to what we experienced in Elder Scrolls Online and Final Fantasy. WoW Classic, it's hard. It's hard not to die. It's hard to understand what to click, where to go, how to put rotation together, how to not fuck up talents, how to like essentially progress from one land to the other because quests are not enough. It's fucking brutal, man. Like, I put Joanna in front of WoW Classic, and if it wasn't for me, she would quit like in 2 hours, man. She didn't know how to leave Stormwind, kurwa. It's like the game is so fucking hard, and I love about it. Like, that friction is, I love that shit. Same goes for Apogea or Tibia, like it's the same game. ESO and Final Fantasy, I can play like this. Okay, and I'm still gonna come out ahead. There's virtually no fucking challenge, and we've just seen the same shit in Dune Awakening, and I'm telling you, it will be pain in the ass. Okay, at start it will be great because everything is new and fresh and interesting, but 2 months later you're gonna quit that shit because of apathy. It is what it is, dude. Yeah. There won't be anything... Exactly. There won't be anything to learn. Please do watch the short from Shroud that I posted today on my Discord. He talks about a marathon, but the same principles apply to any fucking game. Trust me, bro. It's so important. Now, don't need the group to play the game. Yeah, I think Dune Awakening nails that shit instantly. This is great. And so, yeah, that's where Ashes of Creation falls short for me. That's why I struggle to play Ashes of Creation. And then we have don't punish players for wanting to experiment. I hate the fucking shit when they lock you in a talent tree and they charge you like 100 gold that you have to farm for a month just to change one talent. That's ridiculous, and WoW-headed, I hated that shit, okay? Throne and Liberty is the worst with it, because not only they punish you with gold, you actually have to swipe wallet. Otherwise, you're gonna spend 1 year trying to reverse the damage. It's crazy. I hate this, okay? So, Ashes of Creation is probably my fucking best example of letting people express themselves. Yeah, literally freedom of expressions in MMOs. It's that simple. Yeah. Just make another WoW Classic, please. You wouldn't play it anyway. So, what is that petition? I mean, I appreciate that, but hey, you know what I mean? King, you can read it. Oh, yes, true. Actually, this is very funny. If you put Kanojo in front of King, you get Queen. If you put Kid, which is like the symbol for kid, you get Prince. And if you put Kanojo after the king, you get Princess. Very nice. You see? Very, very nice. Yes. Very good. Great music. Deika-kun! Jesus! Deika-kun! Jak z tobą, człowieku? What's up, my man? You good? How did you like the stream? Thank you so much for popping by the way. Hey, did you click the stream because of the thumbnail? Fuck. Now I just realized what I did. Uh-oh. I'm having... Uh-oh. That's not good. But yeah, anyway, I hope you're having a great day and please enjoy the stream, yeah. I'm streaming tomorrow, 7 a.m. And we're gonna go through so many... Like, look at the news. Oh, wait, this isn't important, actually. Shut... Wait. I mean, that's not true. Okay? That's not true, I promise. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh my god, Lineage 2 music? Dude. This is the music I want them to play when I die. This is the music I want to play on my wedding. This is the music I fap to. Why do you think I have fapkins next to me? Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, the minute I'm off the stream, yeah. It is what it is. Okay, Hobokun sent a book. I got a book. I got a book from a chatter. Oh yeah, don't play Eve then. It's got 20 years of lore. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's a very good selling point for the game. Sure. Yeah. If gameplay depends on what exactly you're doing, mining, maybe. And cargo hauling can be kind of boring, and there's no levels or experience in Eve skills. Simply train over time, and you can train whatever you want without restriction. Like, I don't mind having lack of... Dude. I don't mind having lack of restriction. But there needs to be higher purpose to what I'm doing. It's literally like in real life. At some point, you ask yourself a question. Why do you do your job? Like, why do you work even? Why do you even work there? Like, why? And then you think about changing job. Okay? Like, you need the why. You need the fucking North Star in all of it. And I think games really run out of those very quickly. And people quit. Yeah. Deikai, what's your favorite Lineage 2 soundtrack? Because I feel like it's Dion. Of course, that's where I begged for money the most. Yeah. Time to eat some more candy, and by candy I mean ibuprofen. Enjoy, dude. Try into your asshole. I heard it like soaks in faster. Yeah. And it's actually, it can be also like a good experience. I mean, a little bit of rectum scratch, it's good. Yeah, some kind of cocoa bulgur experience, yeah. Sure. The dude told me he could rip out both at once, yeah, apparently when you extract wisdom teeth, yeah, teeth, it's better to just do all of them in one go. But then you suffer, but at least you suffer once. I typically... Wait, I typically, when tier available, grab friends and go PvP roaming in low security space looking for juicy... Wait, are you... Is the game... Wait, is the game that boring that you have to prey on low-level players? You have to, like, grief them? That's not good, man. Like, I don't vouch for it. No, this is not me, dude. Chat. Hey. Look, again, go to my Discord. These are the streams, okay? You can check them out in your local time zone. Tomorrow we are having MMO news review, and if you have any ideas what we can review, drop them here. If you go to React feed, click weekly reset 12. Put your links and ideas for discussion here. I already have a whole catalog, okay? So, like, you don't have to feel bad or anything. But, yeah. I just realized my ideal game is the tip of the iceberg. Just realized, like, if you zoom out, this is what it looks like. Great design. Accidental, I promise. Cocoa Burglar. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Yeah, I've been practicing that a lot lately, yeah. It's been on top of my mind. Yeah. Great stuff. We fight other pirate players and PvP fleets. Okay, that's fine. Like, as long as it's the fair like, level playing field, Oh, that's totally cool. You like Aden Cemetery. Wait, this is where you farmed with, wait. Wait, I know this. I know what it is. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Dude, I would spend fucking hours in this place. Yeah, yes. Oh my god, like, literally, I would run away from school, say, I don't know, 10 a.m., I go back home, because, like, what's the point of learning, right? And then I would just sit for 12 hours straight, lie to my parents what the day at school was like, just to grind the shit out of it. Absolutely. Like, best time of my life. Yeah. True. What a great game. And... Deikaku. Deikaku! Kikite kudasai. Okay, look. Look. Look, I'm gonna bring something up. Look. Look. You get me? Yeah. Wow, a memory unlocked? Oh, easy. Yeah, no, I never had that locked in. I always keep that on top of my mind. I love Lineage 2. Loved Lineage 2. I wouldn't probably play Lineage 2 anymore. Although, I have to say, dude. No. Straight up. Hey, Chad, you're making me stream for longer. Shut up. Like, what do you mean? Like, I was supposed to be gone by now. So, look. Like you talk games. I love talking games. I can't stop talking about games. So, check this shit out. Check this shit out. Yeah. They are bringing werewolves to Lineage. It's like a... It's like a new spin-off of Lineage. And from what I understand, this is based on the classic Lineage. So think of it like Season of Discovery for WoW Classic. This is what it is. Now this is interesting. You get me? And that's actually coming out today, I just realized. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh! Wait. We gotta pay to win. I scrolled once on their website and we got paid to win. Let's take a look. Yeah, you can buy gold. You can buy support box. I wonder how many experience boosts it includes. Yeah, great stuff. But in any case, I mean, it's there. If you guys want to choke on that pay to win dick, then you can give it a go. I think it could be actually fun. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. So go and watch Star Citizen gameplay. You called it a scam that did not even launch anything. Okay, I remember that. I will never play a Korean game again. Nice. So finally someone with self-respect. Great. It's the first video. Okay. I will dig deeper. Okay. Oh! It exists, chat.
The Stanton will be remaining at Shubin.
So yeah.
Gemini LH86.
Okay, so we have plenty of cinematics. Can I see the game? There you go. Oh! Shit! Hey, Chad, you know what? Let me find it. Look. Let me go back. Look. Here. This should be the streamer's face. This should be the streamer's camera. It will be so fucking good. Because this is some kind of random NPC. This actually should be my face. It will be top notch. Yeah. Now this looks great. Like, if you like this kind of sci-fi stuff, that looks fucking awesome. Absolutely. No, I thought they had nothing to show. Look. Wow. This is insane. I really like having weapons other people do not have. For me, the game should have really low chance drop weapons that give that give an advantage but are not extremely overpowered. Daike, so you are one of the close to extinct species of players that don't like their mouths full of cocks. Okay? And so, I respect that. We try to minimize the exposure of pay-to-win games on this channel. I try to very actively filter out any games that are pay-to-win. And by pay-to-win, I mean... I probably draw a line earlier than most people. So you're in the safe hands. I probably have more strict definition of pay-to-win than you, that's what I'm saying. But also, I try not to pay any attention to crypto games. Right? So these are like two things that I avoid deliberately. And then anything else goes. It's fine. Like any game that is like indie, AAA, pixel art, fucking like big jiggling tits. Like this, as long as it's MMO, not pay to win, I'm gonna play it. Because I like experiencing new games in hopes that I will finally create like a complete picture of MMO that's ideal for me. And so far, I managed to take down those points based on various experiences. And I will continue doing so for as long as I live. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. Or maybe sometimes if we can't find targets, we'll gank AFK mining fleets and we can catch slipping and not watching their direct... It's fine, dude. Like, whatever gives you advantage. Yeah, sure. Gotta head out? Bye? Okay. Cook, stop up, człowieku. Hey, dude, by the way, I need to head out too. Like, guys, you're so fucking awesome. Like, really, I really appreciate you popping in on such a short notice. But it's just unbelievable. Like, you get me? Like, I need to go. It's 7. I was supposed to eat 45 minutes ago. I'm, like, starving. Unless you want to go with me to the kitchen. But, like, that would be, like, you get me? That would be hard. Like, yeah, I haven't cleaned up. It's a bit disgusting. And, yeah, I'll be embarrassed, actually. Yeah. I will check, Neri, I will check Star Citizen offline, alright? Yeah, you can, feel free to ping me a message, a link to a video. Chat, I will send you to the good old Ryukun. Now, he's been fucking tempting me to play more Counter-Strike and more FPS games, and I'm resisting. I'm resisting, but I don't know for how long. And this game Wildgate that is coming out, it's not helping, man. It's really not helping me. Wildgate's gonna be fucking wild. And I know some of my friends are already hyped up about it. And it's just like, for how long can you just not give in? You know what I mean? Like, I only have so much of a dick to resist. So, chat, we're gonna raid Ryukun. Feel free to join Discord to not miss any info about MMOs and future streams. I stream weekends, 10 a.m., 2 p.m. London time. So you go ahead and translate that shit. And then Wednesdays, tomorrow, you're in luck. Tomorrow, 7 a.m. London time again. I'm not traveling between now and then, okay? We're gonna focus on MMO news, and we actually have some good new MMOs coming up. We're gonna watch all about them. We're gonna read all about them. So please leave a follow. Click that fucking bell. And so next time I go live, I will be on your phone, among many others notifications that you never dismiss because you are a lazy person. Okay? So it is what it is. I would say the stream today was great. I learned a lot about Dune, for example, how I don't like the combat and I regret paying for the game. Nah, it's not that bad. Nah, it's not that bad. I'm gonna give it a go gladly. Unfortunately, they delayed the release. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fucking go offline, fap to that Lineage 2 music, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah. Congrats on 120 followers. Thank you. Now this is all you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Every time I get a follow or a sub, there is a little like ka-ching sound in my living room. And so I'm on it like carbonate, okay? Koks z wami moimi koksami. Typeczki. You get me? YouTube. See ya. Arigato gozaimasu, YouTube-kun. Yes. Arigato.